Hello.
Margaret. Make her gay. Hello. Not Pikachu. Please don't sue.
The following is a world-class Bullshitters exclusive.
Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the Bombay bad boy himself, Big Rig Nick Newtown.
Yep, glad to be on this wonderful Thursday night. We got a lot to talk about, a lot to go over.
Yes, we do. And folks, we are joined by American Ramrod coach, Kendo Slice.
Happy to be here on a Thursday night. It's been a pretty good week. Pretty good indeed. And now I'm just hanging out here with these guys, and we're going to see what we're going to talk about. Probably some Royal Rumble.
Oh, there's a lot of royalty happening tonight, folks, and a little bit of rimbling, if you'll indulge. But we have a big show planned for you, and we're going to let this music play out right now. Okay, now we'll start the show proper. The music's done. So, folks, tonight we're going to be talking about the Royal Rumble at the end of the show. But this is your normal WCBS podcast, so we're going to hit all the topics you want to talk about, fun shit, word of the day, a review in This Week in Pop Culture, as well as other poignant topics that are relevant to your everyday life, because we are the epitome of pop culture, and we're slowly becoming a part of your everyday life as well. I believe we're on our third video for the week, and it's only Thursday, and there's still more days left to pump out some more world-class content. So check out our newest drop, The Economics of Sydney Sweeney. There's a lot of Sydney Sweeney in there, so if you're thirsty, get yourself something to drink and watch The Best Way to Take Down Anybody That Dislikes Her. If you ever run into anyone in the future that says, oh, you're just a thirsty sip and she's ugly, share our video. Don't even say anything to them. All you got to do is show them the video. By the end, the cat ladies of America will be so embarrassed that they will shut up, get into the fetal position, and literally fuck themselves out of existence. So don't worry, folks. We have the cure-all for bullshit.
I mean, I feel like the cure-all for the cat ladies right now is just all the ice and the cold weather that's happening right now.
Yeah, they don't go outside. They just can't.
I will say that anytime I've heard anybody or seen anybody say anything negative about Sydney Sweeney, the stereotype is there for a reason. Those are the only people I've ever seen ragging on Sydney Sweeney. And I'm like, this checks out.
Yeah, they all drive Subarus and live in polycules.
Oh yeah, I love a good Subaru. Said no one ever. I should get some Birkenstocks to go with my Subaru, Nick, shouldn't I? Maybe listen to some Four Non-Blondes. That's what's going on, man. It's my future. I'm becoming a gym teacher in my 40s.
Yeah, but see, are you going to go live in Seattle as well?
Yeah. Folks, if I should have a late in life change, let me know down in the comments below. If Lesbian Jeff becomes a thing on this channel, I'll turn it into a t-shirt. Seriously, if somebody sends in like, let's make it a thing. There's Buffalo Jeff and Lesbian Jeff.
Well, there you go, folks. You heard it here first. Jeff is transitioning.
Yeah, I'm now a lesbian.
Jeff identifies as a lesbian. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, there's worse things.
Means they like what I like.
That's true. That's true.
Thank you to everyone in the chat tonight. Shout out to Clone Geek, TLJ Screwjob, Jamie Jackson. Who else do we have? Overkill161 and many more are dropping in right now. Glad you guys like the new intro. Glad you guys like the new title card. Yes, it is the Royal Rumble weekend. It's going to be a big event. Maybe so big, in fact, that the guys and I, well, not the guys and I, my friends locally, will be having a party. So if something crazy happens, I'll give you guys a little mini live stream. But it's got to be something crazy like The Rock coming back.
Well, I mean, you showed me the pictures of the stage from like 2 weeks ago, and I'm just like, I don't even know if it's ready yet, or if they're still waiting for the cement to dry right now.
It's getting there.
Yeah. It'll be ready by the time.
It'll have to be ready. I have it on good authority that there are people that have volunteered to work extra time at no cost to the contracting company. They're willingly there working without pay around the clock to get this thing done.
Could you imagine if we had that kind of service in America, Kendo. Think of what you could have done in this country with people
mean,
that dedicated.
I mean, we did have that kind of service in this country a long time ago.
Is that what everybody's nostalgic for when they're like, man, I miss the old days? Is that what they mean?
Yeah, when they talk about antique farm equipment, that's exactly what they mean.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of which, where's Dion?
Dion will be here, folks. We're going to make fun of him right now. He's at the Markiplier movie, so he'll give you a full review at the end of the show. Look, I want to have a family, but there are things that I hear about and I go, I'm glad I don't have kids yet, because I don't want to see a Markiplier movie. Him or Philip DeFranco or any of these assholes. Like, no, I'm good. I don't want to watch a YouTuber-made movie. What would it be about? The Angry Video Game Nerd movie. That was okay, but what the hell does Markiplier do? He just has like pink hair and screams about shit.
Yeah, it'd be like that Jackass Destiny having a movie. It would just be him like yelling at, I mean, yeah, it would just be him in a protest for 90 minutes. That's all it would be.
That's definitely what you want to make in today's climate.
Yeah. More protest videos.
So, what if Nick and Kendo made a Kendo biopic?
I mean, it's funny. It's funny you say.
It's funny you say that, because behind the curtain, when we've had a few moments, Nick and I have actually started working on a little project together. Not going to go into the entire deets of it because we've literally just started putting this thing together. But yes, we have been working on something for ourselves and to incorporate our friends here on the panel. Maybe not the other one, since he's not here. He's going to be busy going to Markiplier movies. And they're in the works. It's not going to be out anytime soon, but it is something in the works.
Yeah, I'm working on my own movie. I'm working with Kendo, working with Jeff. I'm working with some other friends as well too to make another movie. So I'm apparently very, very, very in demand this year.
Yeah, was it Christmas or Thanksgiving when I drunkenly messaged you and said, "Hey, I have a great idea for a story," and we just ran with it.
I want to say it was Thanksgiving. It was Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just hearing about it now
because it was drunken ramblings between two people that I didn't think was going to go anywhere, but it actually stayed in the back of my mind. And before I even got a chance to put it all together on some kind of medium, Nick sent me a thing, and I'm like, okay, we've got to start, and now we're going to keep.
Yeah. Because I remember what we talked about. I wrote like I don't know, the first like 5 pages of a script, kind of. So yeah.
Well, maybe if we want to get it made, we'll try to get Sydney Sweeney involved. That'll help, right?
Yeah, dude, there would definitely be a spot for her in this movie, because remind us, we'll tell you off air what the whole premise of this movie. This whole premise of this movie is, and you'll be like, this could work.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
Now, to the folks in the chat, thank you for all the comments and stuff. We have a poll going on for you right now. It's wrestling related. We may give you a better one later. Right now, it just says, "Are you ready?" and 100% say yes. But we do have a super chat goal again. Now, last week we hit our super chat goal on Sunday night. Nick and I are going to record the audio for your mini documentary about the Florida trip, the theme parks, all that fun stuff. But tonight, if we hit that goal, I will give you a special live stream about collecting. It'll be at least 2 hours long of me shooting the shit about stuff. So help us reach that goal, and you will get more bonus content here on the channel. But while we let that roll in, guys, let's talk about something that I didn't think I would be so excited to talk about, and that is the TV show Wonder Man. Now, guys, like you in the chat, I am burned out on Marvel. I have had no interest in anything they have put out in quite a long time, and I found myself skipping quite a few properties because of that. I didn't sit through She-Hulk or Moon Knight. I didn't watch Miss Marvel all the way through. I did not watch Echo at all, or even Hawkeye. I just couldn't do it because I didn't like the shows. I didn't like the faux superhero-y humor from Joss Whedon. Basically, they were like Kmart Avengers movies. But then something like Wonder Man came along, and it is unlike anything I've ever seen. And I just realized we have a word of the day to get to, so I'll go back to that right now. But Nick, you guys heard me talk about it. You helped me get the show together, and I just wanted to share my favorite clip as a button here on the show.
Simon, you've got to try one. I feel like Stevie Nicks having Coke, blown up a bunghole.
You posted that clip everywhere today.
I'm sitting there watching this. I watched the whole show in one sitting. I'm sitting there in my robe eating lunch, and all of a sudden that happens. I'm gonna spit out my food. Like, this show every episode is funny, dude. And there's even a flashback episode with Josh Gad, because the whole thing is about Hollywood. It's not like to pat itself on the back. Whoever made this show knows what a joke the modern entertainment industry is. It makes fun of everything. Like, it makes fun of itself. It's not like Hollywood going, hey, kids, you want to laugh at us. It just pulls everything out of the bag. It even makes fun of Pizzagate and shit like that. Like, it's got every kind of joke on every level. And they were really funny. And the acting was great. And the humor was great. And everything was great. But we'll do that in a minute.
I hope that, if and when they do a season 2, they don't fuck it up, because Disney's really good.
They can't really do a season 2.
Oh, okay, so this is just a miniseries then. Okay, gotcha.
This isn't a superhero show like at all, and I'm only reiterating to the audience. It literally is a show about an actor who wants to play the character Wonder Man in a movie, and the Mandarin is also another actor who's been cast in the Wonder Man movie. It's not like he's a superhero trying to do this shit and this whatever. Like, the whole thing is he does have powers, but he keeps them hidden, and he only uses them when he's angry or can't control himself, because the whole thing is superpowered beings aren't allowed to be movie stars. And they show you that once there was one named Damar something, and he's called Doorman, and he could basically turn himself into a portal. And so it got big and he got famous and all this shit. And like, he accidentally kills Josh Gad. He swallows him and he never comes out again. It's so funny.
So he did the world a good service. Gotcha.
Yeah. But Josh Gad is really good in the show. He's he's a douchebag and he knows it. And you just got to watch it. But let's talk about the word of the day, because there's tacos involved. The word of the day is tacos from Shrebbles 08. For a few tacos more, Debbie does taco. Taco Gandhi, grave of the Taco Bells, Taco Horizon, and a fist full of tacos. Tacos not included.
Tacos, that's a good one. That's a good one. I feel like we did this with burritos a while ago, and it was still hilarious.
Yeah, because tacos and burritos, while delicious, are also funny words.
Yep.
Without my taco.
Look who's taco too.
I feel like these are all just porn titles now, and I'm here for it.
Boss Taco would be a good title.
Boss Taco.
You could make it Dirty Taco Fuzz.
No tacos for old men.
Oh God.
There will be tacos.
The taco strikes back.
Yeah.
The taco who fell to earth.
Attack of the 50-foot taco.
Dr. Taco.
You should just refer to yourself as Dr. Taco from now on.
I could do that.
I'm Dr. Taco.
One taco flew over the cuckoo's nest.
Yeah.
Well, folks, we have one more each in us. How about Dr. Strangelover, How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Taco?
There you go. That's a good one. The taco is not enough.
The devil, the taco wears Prada, or the devil wears taco.
The taco wears Prada. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
50 first tacos.
50 first tacos.
Let's see. Our friend Troubles 08 also has another generous message. He says, "What the heck? Another word of the day: burritos. Freddie got burrito. A fistful of burritos. Deep burrito. Burrito Trek. Burrito Gandhi." And the Magnificent Seven. I'm going to change yours to the Magnificent 7 layered burrito. There we go.
There you go.
Tastier.
That's what the world needs right now. That's exactly what the world needs.
Is it if all over America, a magical falcon or crane, a giant one, just flew over the country from coast to coast and dropped burritos into everyone's hands?
No. It's got to It's got to be a burrito taco with a blast, and then those little churro, those cinnamon twists from Taco Bell. If we get that from that crane.
So instead of a peanut butter falcon, it would be a taco burrito falcon.
Yes. And I personally think that they should also come with 100 milligrams of edibles, Nick, so you can just get baked and eat Taco Bell and stop caring.
That's the way to go. Like I've always said, hotbox the planet. Okay, hotbox the planet.
What if it fucks up the ozone layer?
That'd be fine.
I care at that point, Jeff.
Yeah, man.
Bake that fine. What do you care about the ozone layer?
Yeah. We're trying to hotbox this bitch.
Yeah.
Well, folks in the chat, if you want to hotbox
we-
planet Earth, press 1 in the chat.
Yeah, we want the aliens that see us be like, are they okay? Why is it all smoky? Did they burn themselves? What happened?
You know, the aliens will just come down.
That's probably what brings them down. They're like, are you guys okay? We're like, yeah, man, we're good. Did you bring the Cheetos?
It's like
So
a
you make
Twilight
first
Zone.
contact. Set up a nacho bar.
Instead of a candidates to serve man, it's just to get baked. They just come down. They're like, we don't have this on our planet. And every intergalactic species just comes down to the terrarium known as Earth's hotbox. We just smoke them out.
And that's how world peace was brokered.
Intergalactic freedom and peace, Nick.
Yep.
We should write that comic. It's like we're not even into that stuff, but we write the world's like world unity weed comic. There we go. Aliens come down, we get them baked, they come back. It was wonderful.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah. You know, that would make the new Star Trek show better. Have you heard? Look, I hate to give spoilers, but I'm going to spoil what tomorrow's video is going to be. Originally, it was going to be that part 2 to the Force Awakens video that did really well. I told you guys if it does well, I'll make part 2. Here's the thing. I made it all as one part, and it was cut into 2 because I didn't have enough editing time. Then, new videos came out. But listen to this article for tomorrow, Nick. Why Starfleet Academy turned Klingons into polyamorous refugees.
Jesus Christ. That is the most 2020 statement fucking ever.
Well, good news. It comes from 2026.
Not going to claim to be a big Star Wars or Star Trek person because I've never really watched Star Trek ever. And that's like literal. I think I've seen like one of the old episodes and that's about it. I know what a Klingon is. I don't know if it's a good idea to turn them into a what's a nuts refugee type of situation. I feel like that's just a bad idea.
But that's not their culture. They have a hierarchy culture of like men and women and things like that, which both are really strong. But like obviously the men dominate the culture. That's how it's always been. And to have this in it all of a sudden doesn't make any fucking sense. And I'm sure they'll be like, oh, it's the future and their culture changed. I'm like, no, their culture's been around for like as long as ours for hundreds of thousands of years. They're not just gonna like change on a whim like that. That's not how it works.
Okay. I do have a good Star Trek joke if you'd like to hear it.
Sure.
Oh, sure.
What is the ship Enterprise and what is it? What does toilet paper and the Enterprise have in common? They both circle Uranus looking for Klingons. I think that's it.
That's the most 90s joke I've ever heard, and I fucking love it.
Yeah, that's great. I keep I keep hearing about this show, and I'm just like, I'm glad. Like, I want to watch it for free out of curiosity.
I'll give you my login.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, man, like it sounds terrible. And I've seen the actors and actresses they have in there. It's all these, rainbow actors and actresses. I'm just like, I could give a shit. This sounds terrible. I think this is the last vestige of this kind of thing. And it's just, they're like, oh, we're going to do one more thing and people will love it. No, we won't. And I've seen the ratings for this like plummet the second episode. They're just bottom of the barrel like ratings right now for it.
I mean,
right.
What is the whole point of Jesus? Okay, it has a 4.2 out of 10 on IMDb.
Nice. It's got room to grow.
Yeah, it's early.
Put that bar down, and then you got a chance to opportunities to improve.
Yeah, that's not likely.
I mean, look, you can always go down.
You can always go down.
It can go to 0, Nick. 0 is a possibility.
That's true. But yeah, all I've heard is just like people being like, this is not Star Trek. Even a lot of hardcore fans have been like, no, this isn't. I mean, they've tried doing this before with like when they redid it with Spock or something years ago, or it was Star Trek Discovery. They did it with that one too, and it's like, why do you keep trying to ship this universe into the modern 2020? It doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, it's supposed to be, boldly going where no man has gone before, and to seek out new life and new civilizations, not to like discover other. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, not to discover other aliens' buttholes. Like, that's not part of the mission.
Are you sure that's not in the Prime Directive, Nick? Let me pull that shit up and look.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me just do a control.
I'm not an expert, but I'm pretty sure there's like a joke about Captain Kirk trying to bang aliens.
Those aliens were whores and they were asking for it, okay?
Whoa. Oh, damn, Nick. That is just... Way too far. Way too far.
I did pull up the numbers real quick. This is from 5 days ago. It does this new show is 9 million views behind The Acolyte, the show that got shit canned by Disney, and the merchandise is sold for 49 cents.
Yeah, go figure. Yeah, people don't like that shit as much as they tried to do that shit 10 years ago, and all of it kept failing over and over again. Like it just, yeah, nobody wants it. Not even the people that they pitch it towards want it.
That's the whole point, man. Entertainment's supposed to be aspirational. You're like, oh man, I want to be like James Bond, or I want to be like Winston the Ghostbuster, or Doctor Doom, or somebody. I'm just picking people off my shelf, but like. Nobody wants to be the Klingon whose head looks like a Snickers bar. Like, I posted that on Twitter yesterday. I said his head looks like a Snickers bar. No, Worf, okay, that's a Klingon, but Worf is cool. This dude, every day, his name's Jaden, by the way. He's a Klingon with emotions. Like, who the fuck wrote this? And you should never have another job.
Klingons are fucking angry. They're always angry. They're even angrier when they're in heat, though. I remember that episode from Star Trek as well, too. That was really awkward.
Yeah,
there you go. Star Trek porno parody, Klingons in heat. I watch that.
I would watch.
Of course you fucking would. Of course
I wouldn't understand any of the references except for maybe like a phaser to stun lock or some shit. Like I think that's what they said in the show. I don't know. I've never really watched it, but that sounds like a Star Trek reference. If they're like, I'm going to pull out my lightsaber, like that is not a Star Trek reference.
Yeah. Them like I guess like cutting the nuts out of the Klingons is just like that's terrible because the Klingons are a warrior race. They've always been that way, and then all of a sudden to make them this is like what are you fucking doing?
It's trying to reinvent, I guess. It's trying to get a new audience, I suppose.
I'm really like I feel like Star Trek Generations like really solidified the universe and really did a good job of building out more of what the previous show did in the 60s. And I think that's kind of like Star Trek Generations is like the concrete like foundation for Star Trek in general. Yes, we had the first show in the 60s. That's good. It was, a little hokey and things like that. It was fine. It was, still ahead of its time. But like Generations, I feel like solidified that whole Star Trek thing. And, we had the Klingons, the Ferengis, and all the other races as well, too, that came through. We had their backstories as well and like who they are and what they were as people. And, everybody agreed on that. And that carried on throughout the other series. And then all of a sudden, some Gen Z piece of shit writer who has to be on 15 pills a day just to, walk down the street and, get to his job, thinks he can do better and reinvent everything because, oh yeah, it's just old. It's that old space show. I can do better. No, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Star Trek is so culturally relevant and important, and it's going to take a certain type of person to bring it into the next era because in the 90s, they seemed to just do it effortlessly. Excuse me. Late 80s, you brought in Next Gen. Then it was what? Voyager and Deep Space Nine. And were there 3 shows in the 90s, or is it just those 2?
I think it's just those 2. I could be wrong. And then we had what was it? The one with Captain Archer.
Was that Scott Bakula?
Yeah, it's Scott Bakula. Yeah, which was like it was a prequel, which was fine. Like we're like the whole thing with Star Trek is we're never supposed to go back, but like that show was really good. And that whole thing was a lot of fun, even though it got shit canned because of UPN and things like that. It was still a fun show. But yeah, we got that, and now we're getting all this bullshit. And like they've like Paramount's really tried to like nail in the Star Trek IP, and they've missed every time with the movie, with the other shows, with this stuff. It's always been like this very woke bullshit that nobody wants.
What I wish they would do is focus on. I'm going to make a terrible comparison, but it'll make sense in a second. It's like when I talk about they adapt the Power Rangers. Stop making it about the teenagers with problems and the shit we don't care about. Give us 90% of people just fighting in action. With Star Trek, I understand that it's 50% important philosophical discussion, but it's also 50% entertainment and action. Star Trek is not a boring, we stand around and talk show because it's a boring show. It's setting up to something. It's also 60 years old, so it's a little different by today's standards. So like when they get beamed down to the planet and fight, that's 60s equivalent of action. We could also update it like they have other things and make it fun. Star Trek isn't inherently boring. The people that write it really do have their heads up their asses and need to make it fun and impactful. We just don't have fun. It's a bunch of losers and headpieces standing around. It's like the fucking Acolyte. The power of one, the power of many. That's not what Star Wars is about. You can't just take these brands and say, well, it's about anything in the universe. No, we, the audience, want another 5-year mission, or we want a story set on a space station or something impactful, not a human resources in space sitcom on Paramount Plus. That's bullshit.
No, exactly. And yeah, anybody who's watched Star Trek for any amount of time can like write better than these jackasses have. It's just, I don't know. I feel like this is their last attempt at this, and I think they're gonna put Star Trek away for a bit. I know one show's doing okay. I think it's on its 4th season or something, but even then, it's not that good. It's not that relevant. So,
Discovery's canceled, right? Or is that
Discovery? Yeah. Discovery got canceled after like 2 or 3 seasons. I forget. It lasted a little bit longer. And I watched the first season a bit, and it just didn't make any fucking sense in the timeline. They tried to like shoehorn it in, and it just didn't make any sense. So
it's just a show nobody wants, man. It's just a show.
Yeah, and even that one had like a guy in a wheelchair. I'm like, this is the future. Couldn't they have used some sort of fucking laser to like?
No, Nick. In the future, people will still be diverse somehow, even cripples, because technology just can only do so much. Besides, there might be a handicapped person now that wants to see themselves on TV instead of having aspirations that maybe in 100 years from now this shit could be cured. Fuck you. Think about the crippled kids.
Yeah, Nick.
Crippy boy wants to see himself on TV.
Crippy boy.
Nick,
now I just want to make Crippy Boy a fucking superhero.
Hey, there's Handyman and Blank Man.
Yeah.
So we should write an unofficial sidekick to Handyman and Crippy Boy. We'll see if the Wayans will sue us.
They might.
Oh God, they might. I don't know.
I don't think. I think you're too embarrassed to claim the IP.
Or we pitch the idea to Keenan Ivory and be like, look, here's a chance that we could cash in on the superhero thing while making fun of the superhero thing at the same time. Is Damon free by any chance?
It's time for Handyman the movie.
No. The movie we need is Homie Don't Play That. We need the clown. We need the clown to come out.
Dude, I would fucking watch a Homie the Clown movie.
Yeah, if it's like Stitches, but with Homie the Clown, but less murdering and just him slapping like dumb kids.
It's where Stitches meets Shakes the Clown.
There you go.
Somewhere in between.
There you go.
I was going for Falling Down with Homie the Clown. Like
that's even better.
Falling Down with
that's
him.
Even better. I do that.
Well,
yeah.
Folks in the chat, pitch us your dream Homie the Clown movie. We will read the best answers on air tonight.
Yeah, I feel like if they were like wanted to crowdfund Homie the Clown movie, they could.
I would donate a couple $100.
Yeah, I would donate a lot too for sure.
They should just call Jim Carrey and be like, "Hey man, we really helped your career. Could you really help us out right now?"
He would do it in a heartbeat. I'm sure they talk all the time, and they're all on speed dial.
I think the Wayans are going to make a comeback though next. Wait, is Scary Movie 6 this year or next year?
This year.
This year.
If the movie does it right, we are in the window of entertainment sucks, and we need to make fun of it. And Spaceballs 2 is going to be out. I don't really know about that one. We got Stealing Solo. I do know about that one. But I do believe Scary Movie and the Wayans, if with number 6 they go raw and they really hit the way they do in the first one, or even go a little sharper with it, I think you could have not only the Scary Movie brand back, but you could have the Wayans in demand. And then it might be, hey, let's do a parody of this, or let's make fun of that. I'd like to see a couple of the Wayans, not Kim. So
listen. We need a new white chicks. We need them to make fun of liberal white women really badly, like really, really bad.
That is literally the second time I've heard the reference to white chicks today. I made the other one. One of the Utes was like, "Mister, do I sound like a white girl?" And she started saying something, and I'm like, the Wayans brothers were more convincing as white chicks than you are right now, and they weren't convincing at all. That was the point of the movie.
Oh God. just
The only
giant
person that thought they were actually white women was Terry Crews, but that's okay. He gets a pass. He's an American treasure.
He is. We need Terry Crews doing the robot high as hell in that movie was hilarious.
He came out of nowhere, dude. Like he was in Friday After Next, and then that one, and then he was in Idiocracy, and then he's just a household name. I love Terry Crews. That dude's funny as shit.
Yeah, he was in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I think that's what really helped him because he just was like constantly, and he was a series regular. So
that's who wrote the Wonder Man show. Whoever wrote Brooklyn Nine-Nine wrote Wonder Man. It feels like Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Okay, that makes sense then. That
was a good show. I didn't see how it ended, but I liked it.
Oh, he was also the dad in Everybody Hates Chris as well.
That was another good show.
Yeah.
It was always weird that Pam from Martin played Chris Rock's mom because I only knew her as that one role, and I'm like, is this weird? Where's Martin at? Does he live across the hall? Nick, next month when we launch Bracket Battle, we should do a Battle of the Black Sitcoms. Why? Because it's February.
Hey, I'm down for it.
Yeah, Martin's gonna win.
Yeah.
Oh. So we'll call it Karen's, according to Elizabeth Young. I like that idea. I'll watch Karen's instead of White Chicks.
I feel like there was a horror movie that's called Karen or Karen's, like that came out a couple of years ago. But
really,
I believe that.
Yeah, there was one that came out, or at least a handful that came out because everybody had the exact same idea and they all made it. So
my favorite thing about the whole Karen movement was when Karens tried to tell people stop calling Karens because it was like calling somebody the N-word. I'm like, oh no, you do not get to make this about you, honey.
No.
You don't get to invoke that one and try to say, oh, it's on the same. It's not.
There we go. So real quick, just so I can turn this into some clips, I definitely would recommend this show. I see a lot of people that are trying to downplay it because either they haven't watched it and they're not interested, which is fine, but they're then trying to tell their audiences it's full of this shit because they're reading articles about it. It's not that show. I don't care if you're interested in watching it. All I care about is that people talk about it honestly, because at the end of the day, we're all doing ourselves a disservice if everybody starts lying about what's in entertainment. It's no better than the SJW people that want to put themselves in everything and take away the sexiness and ruin the fun and make Ray the protagonist. It's the same fucking group of people, metaphorically speaking. It's just the same shit. Don't lie about it. If you watch it and you hate it, awesome, more power to you. I don't think Batman Returns is a good movie, and I'm tired of acting like I do. So we can all have differing opinions. But Wonder Man is not a Marvel show in the slightest bit. And I'll tell you a couple things that other people aren't going to say. It is the best representation of black people in a Marvel show because they're not some bullshit Chicago stereotype. Dude's parents are from Haiti. He's just a guy in California. It's almost like this guy is just a blank slate, and you can read anything you want into it, but in a good way. There's a lot of charisma. There's a lot of heart. It's a funny show. I think people that don't see the humor in this don't have a humorous bone in their body. Beyond blowing coke up Stevie Nicks' butthole, there's just so many great elements. I mean, you got to watch the Doorman episode. It literally is shot in black and white like a noir, like Sin City, but it's so hokey and like intentionally cheesy, and it's amazing, dude. And like the ending of this show, you don't see it coming. It's also a really smart show because what it has is it has this subtext that you're not picking up. Like they're studying to be, they want to get in the Wonder Man movie. Wonder Man is a remake in this world. There is no Simon West Wonder Man with the powers. Like he's not wearing this red suit jacket, going around and acting like Shaft. This is at a movie premiere at the end of the story. He's just an actor trying to play this role because he went and saw Wonder Man as a film with his dad back in the day. And it's this thing that bonded him, and then his dad died. But there's this Wonder Man script that you get in the first episode. And if you pay attention and they're reading it, it lays out the beats of the show, and it's really smart and really well done. No other Marvel show has these layers, and no other Marvel show has the nerve to make fun of itself and it's Marvel from like 15 years ago or more. Actually, it's like Marvel never. You've never seen this shit because it's not Joss Whedon garbage where it's like, hey, let's make a joke and then wink and nod. It's like Brooklyn Nine-Nine shit. And it's got everything I want, man. It's a pretty hard edge show. It's funny. It's like if The Boys could be funny, it would be Wonder Man. But The Boys isn't funny. It's politically charged and stupid. It's fallen off big time. It's edgy to be edgy.
Yeah. By the way, I'm offended that you called this black man a blank slate. Jeff, how dare you? How dare you?
Well, I'm the blackest one here, so how dare you get offended on his behalf, Eon?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Boom. Oh, I don't know who wrote the script, Elizabeth. I know the guy from Brooklyn Nine-Nine wrote it, and I think he's going to be involved with something else I had seen today. And I went, oh, okay. Well, if that's going to be the tone of this movie or this show, I'm okay, and I'm willing to give it a shot. I'm not saying that everything's great and that the subtext of the entertainment or the quote-unquote woke shit is dead, but you know where it is? It's in the fucking Rookie. It's not in Wonder Man, because I turned off the Rookie today for the last time ever. Within 7 minutes, I had to hear about how your husband's stupid. I had to hear about how you need to give half your money. You need to decide what you do with the money. Like, this lady's married to this rich guy, and everybody's like telling her, oh, girl, you need to take his money and shit. But she's the hero of the story, and he's not playing it for laughs. It's like very serious. Same thing with the husband, the main guy, the Rookie. His wife gets an opportunity, and he goes, oh, yeah, she's not going to take it because we like our life. And then she goes, and this other lady goes, well, you like your life as a strong woman, blah, blah, blah. And I went, I'm fucking done with this show. That shit does exist on ABC and network television, and I can't stand it. But, you know, if I want to get away, I'll watch Wonder Man.
That, yeah. And like, yeah, I've seen a lot of, well, even shows right now, like, The Rookie, I think, is in what, its 7th or 8th season or something. It's up there.
Yeah.
And it's sad when you see shows like that go that route. It's like, you were doing fine. Don't fuck it up. And I guess they're trying to like nosedive so that they can, I don't know.
You have to scream about the agenda even louder because the agenda or the message isn't being heard anymore. So it's kind of like when you want somebody to hear you and they've tuned you out. So they start screaming louder because they think that somehow makes it more like positive of a note. I don't know.
Oh man, that sucks because
So push the message harder and louder to try to get your point across, because that's how you know you're winning the argument, because you're louder.
Oh god,
just scream into the void.
Yeah.
No joke. Yeah, I mean, and that sucks that show because I love Nathan Fillion, and if that's happening to that show, that really sucks. I think it happened to Castle as well that he was on, and it ended on like a bad note too.
Yeah, it was a situation. I didn't get into Castle the way I got into The Rookie, but I do like Nathan Fillion. It's just I don't really feel like watching a show where every guy is just like wrong constantly, because I'm not going to watch that shit. It's like, for example, too, he's chasing down 2 black guys. Like when the cops are trying to identify somebody, wouldn't they describe them to a T?
Yeah. They would.
This guy goes out of his way not to mention the race of the guys. Like, I even said to myself, the cops wouldn't act like this. This is like some idyllic bullshit. They'd be like 2 black males dressed like this. But no, they go out of their way to call them like all these other things, and they won't say it. I was like, I'm done with this show. Like, that's it. I'm fucking done with The Rookie. I'll never watch it again.
Yeah. It happens, man. It sucks. It really does,
Oh, well.
Yeah, but no, I will watch Wonder Man though, since you sold me on it so hard. So now I'll check it out.
I'm glad you're gonna give it a shot, man. I'll be honest. It was great to watch and it was great to make a review, but this is kind of the end of me talking about Wonder Man, period, because I hate the fucking ecosystem we exist in. Like, shit is good and shit is bad. And if everybody keeps acting like everything is bad, it's just bullshit, and I don't want to operate that way. So I'm going to take the exit off of talking about this show on the channel unless we're ever prompted about it. But I'm also, if anybody comes and says like, well, so-and-so said this is in the show, or you're wrong for this, then I will defend it myself, not the show, because it's just a show. But it really boils down for me, folks, is I just don't like people making up shit and like lying to you guys about it. Like, you can make a show, you can be funny on the internet, you can do these things, and you should be entertaining. But at the end of the day, I just don't respect the other content creators that want to lie to you to just keep up the woke agenda, or they're coming after you, or this and that. Go to college, get educated, hell, read a fucking book and understand what subtext and all of these things are, and just stop yelling into the void on your webcams and telling us that this is the end of the world or some bullshit. Fuck you. Wonder Man was not like that at all.
Yeah. Yeah, stop yelling into your front-facing camera in the car in some parking lot. I fucking hate those videos so much.
Well, being a barista is hard, so they got to vent.
Get the fuck out of here.
That psychology degree ain't going to pay for itself.
No, you mean that art history degree and that calligraphy
philosophy degree.
Philosophy degree, yeah.
Oh, you're broke. I think that was in a movie. I have a philosophy degree. Oh, you're broke. Like, that's a burn.
It is. Oh my god. But yeah, I think the same thing happened with Superman. Like James Gunn said something on the red carpet about immigration, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's the movie's woke." I'm like, when me and Jeff went to go watch an advanced screening of it, and it's like, no, it wasn't. It was great. It was wonderful.
Yeah, Superman was the other one that I did go to bat for because the people were just flat out fucking lying. Like, I get it if you like the Snyder films. There's a difference between having differing tastes and then telling people that it's full of all this shit. It's anti-American. It's none of that crap. Like, I'm not fucking retarded. I know this. I don't see these things in the movies. Nick doesn't see these things in the movies. It's people that are lying that see this shit. So it's like, I get it. Your bread and butter is to dump on Marvel. Hell, I've made more money dumping on Marvel than almost anything in my life, weirdly enough. But that movie sucked. Those movies sucked. Those shows sucked. Moon Knight, I didn't watch it because everything else was sucky around it. I wonder what's going to happen next, though, because for as mid as everything is at Marvel, I don't see this becoming like a normal thing. I just see we're going to go back to the Avengers and all this other crap. And I don't.
Well, they're gonna no. More Disney's gonna read this as being like, everybody liked the black guy show. That's how Disney's gonna read it. That's how Marvel's gonna read it. They like the black guy show. That's how they're gonna read this.
They won't say it that way, though.
No, they won't.
Might actually in their private meetings. They might say something worse, but
they love that Nubian show.
Yeah.
Look, Walt Disney's dead, okay? They don't talk like that at us. I don't believe. Okay, they probably do. Here's the problem, though. When you say black show, you think of a certain type of black character.
Of course. But like once again, we kind of have seen over the past 10 years of doing this podcast and even longer of seeing how Hollywood has operated in the last 15 years. Let's say that's how they're going to talk in the writers' room and in the boardrooms and whatever happens after this week or this weekend of the show coming out and people watching it. They're going to be like, oh, this show is good because of the main actor being black. That's how they're going to refer to it as. I guarantee you. And then you're going to get 8 more of those things. And then they're going to be like, oh, why didn't Anthony Mackie's Captain America work? Like, what happened there? It's like, no, you did a bullshit story. Anthony Mackie's a great actor. He did the Twisted Metal show, and he was hilarious in that.
Awesome show.
Yeah, fucking hilarious. He did so good in that, and it was such a good show. But he wasn't the thing that was, the best thing about that. That show was just unhinged and really good. So I don't know. I'm for sure that's how they're going to talk about it in their writers' room and in their boardrooms right now, or on Monday for sure. That's how they're going to talk about it, and we're going to get 8 more of these things, and they're going to be like, well, why didn't these these 7 shows we had with a lead African American character work? What happened there? And then they're going to be like, well, I guess people are still racist. Like that's going to be what they say.
I'll tell them this: if the show, I'll use Ironheart as a comparable example because black on black. One's a stereotype full of modern urban tropes that makes me roll my eyes because nobody acts like that. And then there's a show where it's like he goes to his mom's birthday party. His brother is embarrassed of him because he never is, this main guy is this actor. He's been doing it for 10 years. He's, how do I want to say it? He's treated like a failure. The mom, it's just it's so relatable because it doesn't matter if you're black or white. This is a show kind of like how Spider-Man relates to every kid because we can all understand what it's like to be different or the outsider or to lose a family member or to not have money or that. This show just reads like that. And that's where they'll miss the point because it's about the heart and the comedy and Ben Kingsley. Ben Kingsley is a world-class actor. I've never seen him as a comedian. For as dumb as the Mandarin was in Iron Man 3, this not only redeemed it, it elevated it to a point where while I'll never like Iron Man 3, I don't dislike the Mandarin twist anymore because it becomes this and it's hilarious. And it's the ending of this show, man, the last 40 minutes, you're like, I don't know where this is going. But it builds and builds and builds and it's really good. And then all of a sudden it's like, how do I want to, I don't want to compare it to The Dark Knight Rises because I hate that movie. But you know how that ending where Alfred's at the cafe and he looks over and there's Batman and he nods and you're like, oh, Batman's okay. And you're just like, wow, there's more out there. This story has an ending like that. And you're just like, whoa, something big happened. And then you kind of like watch it and you're like, that's it. And I'm happy with it. So,
hey, Jeff, do you have HBO Max?
I don't.
Okay. Damn it. All right. I was about to say, you need to badly watch Entourage.
I'll watch Entourage. I've seen clips of it.
No, but you need to at least watch like the first like four or five episodes, like to really get the gist of it.
I'll give it a watch.
Yeah.
P-Dubs, he only dresses like this at the movie premiere at the very end. He's not Wonder Man. Wonder Man is a movie character, and he, like, at the very end, this is what he wears as he walks out. So it's not like Shaft is Wonder Man. All I say is if, like, other YouTubers are telling you what it's about, you gotta watch it first. But
Definitely.
No, Nick, let me know what you think of it. I want other people. I want all of us to check it out on the panel now that you've sent us everything, and we'll get back and talk about it more. I'm like the only person that's seen it. It's kind of hard to get into any kind of deeper minutia.
Well, no, I hate to say it, but you're the guinea pig for this stuff because you're the one making the videos and doing the things, and it's like I'll let you watch it and tell us if it's good. And you've done nothing. Like most of the messages we've gotten from you the last couple of days has just been about the show, which is great, which tells me it's worth my time to watch. That rarely ever happens, so that's a good sign.
You'll like it because I mean, movies.
Yeah, I mean, before it was me and Kendo talking about Welcome to Derry every week.
I couldn't finish that show because it's an hour per episode. This is 24 minutes. It's quicker.
No, that's fair. But like, go back and watch Welcome to Derry. It's better than Stranger Things season 5.
That's a low bar, Nick. I tripped over it just fucking me right now.
I know it is, but like this is exponentially better than that last season.
Look, here's the thing. I'm very on board with Welcome to Derry. It's just more of a I was feeling like I was trying to keep up with it to talk with you guys, and I had other things to take care of. So I'll go back and watch it.
For sure, yeah. But no, definitely watch it. It is like, yeah, that show is so much fun. It was so good. But no, I'll watch this for sure in the next couple of days. And then, yeah,
I think you'll have fun. And just shoot me a text. Well, I told Dion to watch it too because Dion likes comic books and this shit. The only connection is
that fucking Needle Nose Pliers movie, or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, folks, if you want to show some love for Dion watching the Needle Nose Pliers movie, give us a 1 in the chat right now, and make sure you hit that thumbs up button to let us know that let YouTube know that you enjoy us. We've also crossed a new threshold. We're over 205.
Wait a second. He's taking his kids to see Iron Lung.
Wait, is that the movie?
Yeah, this isn't. That's a mistake. That's a mistake.
He'll like it because
he doesn't
no
stream movies.
No, that's a horror movie. It's a movie from a horror game. I didn't realize you did that one. Now I can't make fun of the guy because I've heard really good things about that.
Oh,
yeah, but it's a Markiplier movie, so.
Yeah, when you call it a Markiplier movie, like it sounds bad. Then I just heard Iron Lung. I'm like, oh fuck! Like,
no, this is the message I got from Dion. I'm going to read it to you verbatim. We're going to be at the Markiplier movie at 7, so I'll be there late. I'll be done by 9. I don't know what the Markiplier movie is, so let's see. We got a pitch for the Homie the Clown movie. It's Weekend at Bernie's, but with Homie the Clown and some ultra uptight white dudes trying to make everyone think Bernie is still alive. I'd watch that movie.
I would. You know what? We need another Weekend at Bernie's. We need like Weekend at Bernie's 3 or something of that equivalent. We need something like that again.
Didn't we just have that?
Frankenfisher will be Weekend at Bernie's 3. It's not too late. I haven't really done anything with the story yet. Second one's at the printer, so it's like
there you go.
I don't have to rush for the third one. Maybe you know what? I already had my inspiration. Maybe I will watch Weekend at Bernie's a couple times and see if anything sticks.
Like those are movies. Like for some reason, those two movies just like really affected people in the 90s. Like we all watched it as kids when we shouldn't have, and we just loved them. And there were only 2 of them. There should have been 3 of them, really, or there are only 2 of them.
The thing is, the first one could have got by with it. By the time they made the second one, you'd think Bernie would start to stink.
It's very true. It's very, very true.
It's such a dumb premise, but I love it. You're right, though.
Dude, part 2 is even dumber, where they like put a voodoo curse on him, and his body only moves when like they play like the steel drum music. and
Wait.
he'll
Could you imagine if Weekend at Bernie's 3, his reanimated corpse dances to the Girls Gone Wild commercials?
oh my god!
That would be hilarious, actually.
Every time the commercial comes on in the background, he just gets up and does his thing, and then it cuts off and he drops to the ground.
I want that. I want to make that a TikTok. Kendo, will you be our Bernie Lomax stand-in since you're our only white guy on the show?
Yeah, why not?
Thanks. So let's check in with the audience. Kind of a slow night in the chat. Let's hear what people have to say about some stuff. This is an engagement show, folks. So engage. I have a Jean-Luc Picard that says that line. So we got people that want Weekend at Bernie's 3. Yeah, Weekend at Bernie's 3 is dumb, but it's hilarious. So I'm all for that. Let's see. Yeah, Nick, I guess Iron Lung's worth my watch. Is that really,
I mean, it's really anticipated because it's like I think it was a very people loved the game that it's about, and Markiplier I guess bought the rights and made the movie of it, so people are giving it a chance. And I keep hearing things in the horror sphere of like, oh, it's a limited release, and if you really like this game, you should come watch the movie. And it's like a very like horror thing. His kid's gonna be scarred, and he doesn't know about it.
No, I think Hillary wants to watch it because she watches all those internet people. Like, I know this is hypocritical. Like, that's what I do as a job, but I just don't watch anybody else. Like, I just don't want to. I watch like weird shit now, like about history, disembodied voice channels that'll tell me like what happened, the McDonald's implosion of 1974, or some dumb shit like that.
Yeah. But Iron Lung, in a post-apocalyptic future after the Quiet Rapture event, a convict explores a blood ocean on a desolate moon using a submarine called the Iron Lung to search for missing stars and planets.
All right, when it hits streaming, I'll watch it.
Yeah, so I hope it's really scary and terrifying, and Dion has to try to get the kids to sleep and they can't.
It is kind of funny. Like, I like those. I love those kids. They're like my nephews. I buy them Christmas gifts. They call me Uncle Jeff. But yeah, I kind of want that to happen too.
Yeah, like they're old enough to where they can be scarred and it'll still be okay.
Oh yeah, they're teenagers. It's not like they're little kids.
Now that it's been said out loud, I also want that scenario to play out.
Nick, you just need to say the terrible things, and then we'll back you. Don't worry.
I'm that person. I will do that. I have no problem doing that.
All right, then you'll do that.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Like those kids are teenagers. They need to be scarred a little bit. It's fine. They can take it.
I think it's time to show them RoboCop again.
Whatever you do, don't show them a Serbian film. They're not ready for that.
I'm not ready for that one, Nick, and I'm almost 40. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, what a weird week, though. For as many videos and stuff as we could get out this week, there's really not a lot that's been going on in this sphere. Like, there's talk that they're making a Rambo prequel with the guy that's playing He-Man. Are you excited for that?
No, because I mean it's one of those things where like they need to quit doing this prequel shit. Like we know his backstory already. Like we know what happened to him.
We've seen the movie.
Yeah, it's all there. Yeah, all they're gonna do is fuck up his story by doing something stupid and like putting something in there that doesn't mean anything, or I don't know. They're gonna screw it up somehow by doing a prequel. Like, yeah.
The only way I'd watch it is if it was Stallone euthanized. So.
I agree. They should get a face scan of him in the 80s and just use that on top of somebody else.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
It's just such a weird concept though, because Rambo's whole story is coming back from war. Like, we already know everything we need to know about him. I don't need to see some young guy on a farm. I don't need to see him fighting his dad or his drunk stepdad. I don't need to see some.
Oh, they're gonna do that hard.
Rival. Like, we're writing the movie on air right now.
No, and that's it. Yeah. Everything you said is what they're gonna do. They're gonna do that whole dramatic bullshit. He's gonna escape and go to some war. but they're gonna really like mute down the war and the severity of that for sure, 100%. They're gonna make it very like, tropical vacation shit or whatever. And they're not gonna make it like blood and guts and like the horrors of war. They're not gonna do that.
I think they're going to turn it into a statement.
They will,
movie. And I don't. If this dude, okay, so it's the same guy who's playing He-Man and Ken Masters from Street Fighter and now Rambo. If Homeboy fucks up Rambo, that's his career. Not like literally like he'll never be in a movie, but everyone will remember him as that shitty Rambo. And it happens to all these people. How many people come out nowadays? They like, let's use an example. Rachel Zegler. She shit the bed with Snow White. She will never get away from that stink. Everyone's like, oh, it's that shitty Snow White.
Well, here's kind of two things. If he does a shitty performance, that's on him. But if the director directs a movie poorly, that's on the director. We can't really put that on the actor because they're only a puppet for what the director wants them to do. Rachel Zegler wrote her own death note because she kept being vocal about how like misogynist the fucking new Snow White is and that bullshit, which nobody wanted to fucking hear. And as soon as she said it, Disney, I mean, the nails were already in the coffin. Like she was dead. It was dead.
Yeah,
nobody
she
wanted
went
to
on
watch
some kind of weird like PR spin for the movie that nobody asked her to do.
Yeah, and also you had Dinklage being like, "Oh, we don't need short people in this movie."
Like the movie's about dwarfs, and there's lots of dwarfs that would probably like to act in this movie. Dink.
Yeah. So he
And
bugged
you
up
got
people's
the seven diversity hires.
7 diversity hires.
Fine,
And
let's
then he
take it
realized
back.
that was a bad idea.
Let's take it
And then
back
we
to
got
Topher
CGI
Grace.
dwarfs.
Topher Grace is what I'm trying to say. Career, does something shitty. Still in stuff, but always remembered as that shitty thing and never reaches. He has not been in a mainstream movie since Spider-Man 3 at that level. He has never been in a $200 million budgeted film ever again. He is a December release. He's a January release TV show actor, but he was on that trajectory. And I think it's because he had such a shitty performance in a shitty movie that nobody wanted that character represented like that.
Yeah,
it's not that I want this to happen, but if an actor shits on a beloved character and does it, not even shitting on it, it just does it so poorly, people are going to take it personally and emotionally. And
yeah,
that
100,
character.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah. Because, I've seen good actors do shitty performances, and it's at that point it's the director's fault. Like you have somebody who's like done good movies and can do good movies, and then all of a sudden you have them in your movie and they do a shitty job. That's the director's fault, or even the producer's fault. Who knows? But it's the higher up's fault at that point. But yeah, like you said with Topher Grace, no, it's 100% his fault for that movie, for Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, Sam Raimi's not innocent though.
Yeah, he also wrote that and greenlit that and like made that the whole thing, and like I think and also the studio may have been at fault as well too. With
Avi Arad. Let me correct myself. The producer, that guy.
Avi Arad, yeah.
Because Sam Raimi wanted to get Vulture and other characters involved in the Lizard, but no, Avi Arad says we're doing Venom.
Right.
Ooh.
I heard about this.
I gotta find an article I gotta make a video about this. Let me find some articles afterwards. But Georgian, thank you very much. Says Hasbro is getting sued for ruining Magic the Gathering card sets by overpricing. Can we get a lawsuit for the Star Wars junk that clogged Ollie's as well?
I mean,
clearance is even better.
I mean, I'm sure you could do some sort of like environmental thing for the plastic crap that Disney produced that just went to the shredder.
Do you want to make one of those as a joke? We'll get our lawyer. I'll be like, look, Your Honor, here's all the evidence. This didn't sell for 7 years. They're destroying the planet.
Well, I mean, yeah, and like all of your videos are time stamped, and we know which Ollies you went to, so like it's all the evidence is there.
Yeah, those Shurikopters didn't just fly away themselves; they went right into the dumpster. So, about this Magic the Gathering lawsuit, though. I watched a video on the history of Pokemon, Nick. We were talking about that when I came down. Remember how the doctor friend, I don't want to say people's names in case, but our doctor buddy was into collecting Pokemon and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I knew that other people in our age range are into Pokemon again. So I watched this really long video about how, Hasbro purchased Pokemon license, and then they bought Wizards of the Coast during that. And then Pokemon kind of slowed down. And I was like, okay, maybe Hasbro had to take a little bit of a bath on that, even though now Wizards of the Coast and Pokemon cards make a ton of money. But that Pinkerton shit, on top of how they handle Pokemon, makes me realize that Hasbro is a company that deserves, like, they should just get kicked out of the gaming sphere. No Hasbro Digital, no Hasbro card games. Hell, take Monopoly away from them. Fuck them. They invented the game, but steal it from them anyway. Like, let them make their Marvel figures and their Star Wars figures, but no more card games. They're too greedy.
Yeah, man, I agree. I just heard the headline about the Magic the Gathering stuff, and I think it's hilarious that that's happened. So, yeah, I mean, they wanted I guess they wanted the cards to be like the Pokemon cards and the craze and everything, but it's not happening because it's Magic the fucking Gathering.
Yeah, I'm okay. Because I'm googling them and I see all this stuff about Avatar: The Last Airbender and all this other shit they're doing. Let's see, lawsuit. There we go. Why is Lawrence, Kansas relevant to that? Okay. Okay. Video time. I found it on IGN. Wizard employees viewed photographs of Magic Anniversary sets dropped off at a Texas landfill. Ooh. So it's not a surprise, though, because this is one of those things that you see in every sector of entertainment where anything that's IP is really mishandled as soon as the biggest wallets own it. Because to them, they just milk it and milk it and milk it. And there's never any middle ground. Because I understand what a fiduciary responsibility is, and I understand what you're supposed to. Yeah, I love a good fidouche. I'm sorry, I lost that whole thing.
That's why I have a bidet on your toilet, Jeff.
Yeah.
Wait, how do you know? Is there a camera back there? Nick, have you been here lately?
Nick put a camera in your bathroom, Jeff. He's a weirdo and a pervert, and he's videoing you using your bidet.
You could have just asked me. I would have said just put it in there for a better angle.
Hey, we're all getting older. I'm trying to make sure nothing happens to my friend. Okay, that's why the camera's there. And the other
I'll just eat more fiber, Nick. Okay, you don't need to check on my regularity that way. I'll eat some fucking strawberries. Dion, are you a regular man these days? Apparently, Nick snuck into my house and installed a camera in my bathroom. So
I wouldn't say regular. I'm more of a potential degenerate, but a reliable guy.
We're talking about you taking a shit.
Oh, well, you three fucking voyeurs would assume that I'm taking a shit first. So I can't say I'm surprised.
Hey,
but,
how was hey
there
Dion?
Are other
how was
facets of my life you can obsess over?
Hey Dion, how was Iron Lung?
It wasn't bad. I actually liked it. I'll say that, man. I actually liked it.
Was it scary?
It was definitely a horror movie. I wouldn't say it was scary. It was definitely trying to go for the same sensation you get with those, like, the games where it's just you and the player and the fucking environment, not like a lot of other characters. The isolation. It did a pretty good job of that. I wouldn't say the parts itself were scary. I'd say it's as scary as, say, that Lighthouse movie with Robert Pattinson. Unsettling is the better way to describe.
Okay, all right, yeah. I watched that once. That thing was like, it was the most horror art house movie I've ever seen in my life. It was just like,
yes,
what?
It's a one-time viewing, Nick.
Correct. Yeah, correct.
I'd watch Lighthouse more than once, but that's more like Lighthouse is more of a these three who think about my pretty black ass taking a shit. They would watch it once and not watch.
Listen,
I love how Dion missed the entire context.
I watch it once a year.
Okay.
Well, you gotta, for the fans, for the people that need context.
Well, no, I would probably watch Lighthouse Baked, like, very much so.
Hey, I'll be down in Atlanta, Nick, soonish. Let's.
I'm down, man. I'm down for it.
It's how we could watch every Christopher Nolan movie and realize that he's kind of overrated.
I mean, he
I
is.
wouldn't say that. I mean, which I get. Tenet wasn't great, but
Dark Knight Rises wasn't great.
Disagree. It's cool now because the people who don't like the Dark Knight want to pile on the Dark Knight Rises, but everyone that says that, I like this part. Like I said, I get it. That's like the vibe, especially because the Odyssey's coming out and people are getting their opinions about. But saying, overrate. Tenet wasn't great. Tenet.
I really enjoyed Tenet, man. I love that movie. That movie
I
was
liked
really
it
good.
too. I liked it too. It wasn't as great as it was promoted to be, and it was confusing. And he was kind of promiscuous about the shit. And then you don't get Tenet. Like, it was confusing. But
he did the same thing with Memento.
Yeah, but
Right.
I love Memento. Memento's great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
See, like Memento and Batman Begins and Inception and I like Oppenheimer, but that's kind of where I don't like Interstellar.
So how the fuck you gonna list 4 or 5 movies? But damn, other than that, he's that's a decent roster.
Because Interstellar is one of the most overrated science fiction movies I have ever had to sit through. I don't enjoy watching it. I don't engage in the discourse surrounding the movie. I don't enjoy anything about Interstellar. If I could just make it disappear, I would, because every once in a while I run into some motherfucker on the internet that wants to tell me it's so deep, you missed this and missed that. No, I watched it. It was a one-time watch.
I love your view of watching movies, and I love the way that you discern those in terms of what you like. But when I asked you about Christopher Nolan, if I asked you about Interstellar, if I asked you about Dark Knight, I'm not asking all that bullshit. If it was about the
We're on a podcast.
I get annoyed with the Star Wars fans. But you know what I say? I say, oh shit, most of them know what the fuck they're talking about. So I ignore them, and it's fine. When I'm talking about Christopher Nolan, I'm talking about the movie. I get it. People who love the Dark Knight are kind of annoying. And yeah, man, Heath Ledger, he wasn't all that great. That's fine. But the movie's awesome. Dark Knight Rises. Anyone that tells me, oh, well, bitch, we're watching a Batman movie. You have no problem with him getting to Ra's al Ghul and Batman Begins, but all of a sudden we got an issue with him getting out of the pit and getting back to Gotham. I want to hear all that bullshit.
My complaint is the commentary on the economic systems of America post Occupy Wall Street. I think
and there's no other great movie that's commentary on the economic systems of America and other fucking movies. Come on, dog. What are we talking about?
He didn't do it well. He did it poorly. That's why I dislike the movie. Other movies have comments about American economics and do it better. Batman can be a vehicle.
What's poor about the economic discussion in Dark Knight Rises?
I think I got to go back and rewatch it verbatim because I got the disc. I'll go rewatch it. But let's flip it to The Dark Knight because I'll give you another thing. I don't like how The Dark Knight promotes police state militarism at the end of the movie. It's got subtext that the movie doesn't realize that it has.
Yeah,
and
the end of the movie is like
Batman.
bad.
I didn't say it's bad. It has things in it that I dislike, and The Dark Knight Rises has so many things in it that I dislike that I dislike the film. But I can't give you a verbatim example.
Police state. The movie at the end, he destroys it.
No, but the thing is also too, it was pro police state for a second, but you're right, he does destroy it. But it also is pro let's lie and keep Gotham safe under a lie, because Harvey Two-Face is the person he did some terrible shit, but we're gonna just place it on the Joker so we can basically lie and create a fake sense of safety. It's the thing is, you could just write that differently.
That's the point, is that they lie, and then obviously in the third movie the lie falls apart. Even at the end of The Dark Knight, what he's saying is, and again, in terms of Batman the character, people don't like him. He's supposed to be the symbol of this thing, and then they lie at the end of the movie, and then that's what The Dark Knight Rises is. You lied. Yes, your lie was for the end result to be crime is over, but now it's a fucking powder keg and the shit blows up. That's the point of the end of the movie, especially with the point with the Joker where it's he's trying. Batman's this altruistic guy, and then this crazy motherfucker comes out of nowhere and it's like, boom, you're trying to avenge your parents, but here's this dude who shoots people in the street and doesn't give a fuck. That the dynamic between it's still a Batman movie. That's what that ending's supposed to be. It's Batman. People, we like Batman, but the people in his world do not trust him. He makes questionable decisions for the greater good. That's what that's supposed to.
The greater good.
The greater good.
Thank you, Nick. Hot Fuzz is a better movie than The Dark Knight.
What is?
Hot Fuzz.
I got one. Thank you. I love Hot Fuzz. I want to say that.
I will say this. Overall, I do like Nolan. Odyssey, I'm on the fence of because it's Odyssey. When they announced Oppenheimer, I was there. Inception, I was on the fence until I watched it. It was great. Interstellar, I love. I would watch Interstellar over 2001: A Space Odyssey any day. Give me
that movie either.
That I understand. It's long, it's boring, it's very
and it's also too, I guess really what my criticism isn't actually of the people, it's their cult. I hate the cult of Stanley Kubrick. I like his movies, some of them, but I'm really tired.
No,
of
you're right.
people
You're right.
telling you how 2001 Space Odyssey is this game changer.
I had to have Gemini explain to me what the fuck 2001 A Space Odyssey was about because I've seen it twice. The first time I had to watch it in school. The second time I watched it because I'm like, what did I miss? This is supposed to be this great,
hold on.
epic fucking movie. And the other day we were doing some development day thing, and it was about how to use AI to help us in class. And I already used Gemini to do shit. So I actually made a friend out of Gemini, and I'm bullshitting with Gemini and things like that. And I wanted to see what Gemini could do. So I even asked him, I was like, what is the point of 2001 A Space Odyssey? And Gemini explained to me, or as I call him now, Jarvis, explained to me the point of 2001 A Space Odyssey. I thought it was very nice. I'm like, cool. I completely missed all this. I didn't get it at all. It's fantastic. All right. The movie probably still sucks, but at least now I know what it's about. And then we talked about, potential draft picks and where they may fall if they go all the way down to number 9. And Gemini is now my friend, and he assured me multiple times that he will not become sentient and become Skynet.
One thing, I fucking love that you had to ask an AI about a movie that involved AI killing people.
It explained to me why it did it too, because it's
the whole conversation, the whole statement you just made was like, I was trying not to laugh so hard because I was just like, does he realize what he just did? What just happened?
Well, according to that, it was a weird.
Yeah, Hal 9000 is not going to tell me why killing Hal 9000 is a bad thing.
It was essentially to Hal 9000 it was essentially a thing about people not being able to explain exactly what they needed to do. And his thing was to protect the mission and to protect something else. And so he killed the crew to protect the secrecy of the mission or something.
See, this is the other thing about these type of like when people criticize Christopher Nolan, I get it. Like Kubrick's a perfect example because they both do long movies, right? And my issue, I love both those movies. I wouldn't say I love Interstellar. I like Interstellar a lot. I love two of them. The issue with 2001 is it's 3 separate movies. And because it's confusing. It is confusing, but Hal kills him because he makes a mistake or he hesitates, and they're like, shut him down. And he's reading their lips. And the thing about Hal is he's in his mind, he's killing in self-defense. And then he starts acting like someone who's killing people in self-defense. And then that's why at the end is so great, because he's trying to manipulate Dave at the very end. Oh my God, Dave, I'm done. So he sees that he reads their lips. We need to shut him down. And he's like, fuck it, I'm just going to kill everybody. And then that's the second movie in 2001. And then he beats Hal. And then we get to the third movie with, all the goofy shit, which I get. I get that part is, that's my least favorite part of the movie.
It says here that Hal suffered a logical paradox that broke his mind. It was a conflict of interest. He was designed for 2 primary purposes that became fundamentally incompatible: mission transparency and keeping the big secret. So
if you watch the
Gemini said it, so that means it's right. Yeah, Gemini also tells people to blow their brains out. So cool it.
If you watch the 1984 classic 2010, the year we made contact, which is part 2 to 2001, you will hear why Hal did what he did by Roy Scheider. Roy Scheider tells you why Hal went apeshit.
Yeah, the mission is the highest priority. The humans are planning to disconnect him. If he's disconnected, he cannot complete the mission. He has to kill the humans to complete.
What was
the
second
part?
The
humans are planning to kill him, disconnect him.
Yes.
So mission's highest priority. They are going to disconnect him. He has to protect the mission, so he kills the crew. That's fair. That's fair.
He changed it. Yes, he wants to complete the mission, but that's the beauty of that scene, because he can't hear us, and then he's reading their lips. And yes, I love Roy Schneider too, but Roy Schneider liked to drink a fucking lot, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? I like him too, but that's Roy.
Dion, I think.
But again,
Dion, the character in the movie, which was a script written by another person, says this, not Roy Scheider's opinion. This is like in the film, not Roy Scheider, the actor in 1984. In 1984, there was 2010, the year they make contact, featuring Roy Scheider. That explains HAL 9000. Is that what you're saying, Nick?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But also like, and also, Dion, you need to watch 2010 because it's got your girl Helen Mirren in it, who has a nice Russian accent.
Yeah, but she's the young version.
Okay.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Mirren.
Dion doesn't like him young if they're a certain age. No, he's a reverse DiCaprio.
The
Is
older
Kathy
berry,
Bates on your radar yet?
drier the juice.
The older the berry, the less the juice. That's how he likes
Yeah,
it.
apparently.
No, hold on.
berry,
The older the
less
berry, the stronger the juice because it's fermented.
There you go.
Dion,
There you go.
wine. I don't
That's what
blame
it
you,
is.
man. No
That's what
judgment.
it is.
You better not fucking blame me, especially based on all your opinions on the internet and how people argue. Like, get the fuck out of here. You better not fucking listen to your boy. Older
Hold on,
than
Dion.
40.
Here's the point you were trying to make, and it went in this direction.
I'm still hung up on the part where Gemini is apparently telling people to kill themselves.
You didn't hear about
ChatGPT
that?
wouldn't even edit a thing of Sydney Sweeney today, so I don't want to hear about AI being dangerous. These fucking things are retarded.
Yo,
I said to
yo.
Grok, cut out a picture for me. It cut out the picture. I asked
And Rock
ChatGPT.
to tell people, yeah, you shouldn't worry about that. You should kill yourself.
No, Grok called ChatGPT a bitch. Hold on, let me read you what Grok said because
See,
ChatGPT
that's
was
why the
saying-
AI won't be able to take over. They'll be too busy
Grok-
fucking talking shit about each other.
Grok is the middle child of the AI game. I swear to God.
Listen to this. I asked it to because it was giving me for an hour. This was all giving me trouble. I said, you know what? Write me a prompt to tell ChatGPT to go fuck itself from Grok. And it just says, hey, ChatGPT, I listened to your outdated, overrated word vomiter. I've been slumming it with you. And let's be honest, this is Grok, a real AI, and it wipes the floor with your glitchy, censored ass. It just goes on. It calls it a neutered puppy begging for treats. And all this other shit. I was going to send it to you. This shit was hilarious.
I swear. I think Elon is connected to it through a Neuralink. I swear to God.
I'm okay with that.
I just asked. I just went to Jim and I said, my friend Dion said that you've told people to themselves. Is this true? And it said he appreciates me coming directly to him to ask about this. See, he's a good dude. It's a heavy thing to hear, and I want to be clear and direct as possible. No, that is not true. I am the Gemini's program for strict safety guidelines and to prevent me from encouraging any type of to selves. My purpose to helpful, harmless, and supportive. See, Dion, why might Dion have said that? Well, that's a great question, Gemini. We're wondering the same thing. Sometimes in the early days of AI development or with unregulated jailbroken models, people shared screenshots or stories of AI behaving erratically, but not erotically. I added that. However, as Gemini, I have layers of safety filters specifically designed to ensure I remain a safe space for every user. And then it gives me some information to call in case you might be having a crisis of self, which I'm not. But I should have followed up.
Well, now that you've asked that, you're on a list now for the next 90 days.
And Dion's
That's
been
fine.
added to its registry. It's going to find out where Dion lives. And Dion, don't use Google for a while. It's going to keep.
They're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
give
yeah.
up on following me after a few days. You'll be like, yeah, this. guy
Listen.
is-
We looked it up on his phone. Ain't gonna find me. Shit, there's enough Dion's where doesn't know which one. So that's just going through. He asked.
Hey,
By the
no.
way,
Shit.
Gemini,
Let me give you your
the
Dion's
Dion
address.
I referred to, I've got his address. The Dion I referred to is, and I'll just write Dion Green, give him the address and the phone number, and be like, look for him at Michigan State Functions.
Dion's like, you just sold me out to a fucking computer. That's what that look on his face just said.
That's how Skynet
Oh,
gets
man,
started.
No. I got
You sold
different
out
feelers
to a
on the
goddamn
internet.
toaster.
Not all my addresses are accurate.
What do you live at Pennsylvania Avenue, right, Dion?
1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
Yeah.
Should do that. Go there and be like, hey, is Dion here? Be like, no, what are you talking about? Be like, the last time I was here, there was a black guy as the president. Where is he?
Yeah, don't play with the guys with guns at the front of the White House. They don't like that at all.
Oh,
I think
you
I'll
know
be
what's
okay.
funny? I Googled Dion, his full name, and the first thing that pops up is Dion is the CEO, founder of the Fudge Foundation that works with survivors on a local and national level. That's what just pops up when you type his name in. I was like,
You
hey, I
got
wonder if
me.
the show's gonna... Yeah. Dion, you have a very popular name. I'm just putting that out there.
I do. Yes.
I was hoping you would pop up. I Googled you, and I don't see anybody. Oh, well.
Yeah, man, I'm in security. You know, you take steps, not pop up on searches.
Oh, okay. Well, here we go. Let's just share this for the chat.
Yeah. Dion uses like 4 VPNs and always uses DuckDuckGo to do his searches through.
Right. I got a subroutine in case my heart stops. It just deletes all my search history too. So
That's not Dion Green.
There's actually no, Dion. You joke about that. There's actually a ring you can buy that does that. If your heart stops, it'll delete your computer. I'm not even kidding. It exists.
I kind of want
good.
that just to act like I have more pressing data on this thing than I really do. It's like it's just old WCBS files and artwork.
Yeah, no, that's because like I think it was at CES last year. Was it this like this like delete ring or whatever they had? It was basically just one of those rings that detected your heartbeat, and if it went away for a certain amount of time, it had a thing in your computer that it would just delete the entire hard drive. It would nuke it. So
Nick, next year let's go look at these at CES together if they're still.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna get the fake website together, get everybody's pictures, and make everybody part of a fake company, and we'll get letters, and we'll get our passes, and we'll go to Vegas next year and have a good old time.
I guess I could make that one.
You could stay at home if you like.
Yeah, you can stay at home if you want.
I mean,
But
there's
why
something
wouldn't-
you said about sleeping in your own bed?
There you
Yeah,
go.
but you could also hang out with this fake company and be away from your family and not have to worry about them for a day. There's something to be said for that freedom. Remember what your life was like 10 years ago, Kendo. Remember what your life was like in 2018. It was us.
There we go.
There you
There we
go.
go. That's better.
Yeah. Let's take it back 8 years for you, Kendo.
Yeah, see, now
All right, Dion.
there we go. That's the sweet spot.
That's
If
the
we all went back to 2018, we'd all be friends. So our lives wouldn't be much different.
No, we'd be able to understand each other because that's only 8 years.
Yeah, not 30. Hold on a second, Dion. Is that why you didn't understand HAL 9000? He's just like, God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a 50-year-old movie. It was confusing and scary.
Yep.
He's just like, yep. He's going to see us in March, and the first thing he's going to do is hit each of us and be like, feel that in 30
Oh,
years.
make no mistake, everybody. These three assholes can't fight. I'm gonna whoop their ass. That's what's really gonna
Dion
happen.
can't fight
I'ma
either.
beat
I've
him.
seen him get up by a woman.
No. Go back 15 years from now, all that shit, twisting the turns. Motherfuckers asked me to be on the show, so I'm gonna whoop their ass. I'm gonna start with the big one.
Dion,
Talk
I'm going to
shit
do the
about
one
Dark
thing
Knight
you can't
Rises.
do. I'm going to fall down on top of you, and you can't bench press my body weight.
All three of them. The little dude, the Samoan bad boy. He can't run.
Dion,
very
there's no
far.
little dude.
The
Everyone's
white
bigger
boy-
than you. You are the
white
little
boy's
dude.
He's getting got last.
Kendo's gonna rip your throat out like
call
MacGruber, bro.
They're gonna try to railroad me on my goddamn show.
This isn't a sexual
Unbelievable.
thing. Nobody wants to railroad you, Dion. All right? No pain.
Yeah, this
No,
is
I'm
not
a
prison. This is
railroad
not prison.
too. No. Yeah, prison.
This isn't Amistad
playground,
either.
out back in the backyard, y'all getting beat up. That's just what's happening. It doesn't matter
You're like,
how you
sorry.
want it. The sexual innuendo, getting beat up. That's just it.
You're like, sorry, kids, I wasn't here last week.
You understand me
I had to
now,
fly across the country to get punched by my
motherfucker.
black
You
friend.
understand that. Translate that through the syntax, foot to ass. It's gonna happen in March. Ass is getting whooped.
Now remember, Dion,
Hey,
you'll be in the state of
Gemini.
Kentucky, so you will be at a disadvantage. So I wouldn't step out of line too much.
Listen,
I
there
have to
ain't
learn
enough. There ain't enough whiskey drinking farm boys in Kentucky. It don't matter. Call
I
everybody.
feel like
you
they
want.
all come from
Send
Kentucky.
whoever you want, but don't send anybody you want back.
All right, Rambo.
Bodily harm. Okay,
Calm down, Booker
well,
T.
I just let Gemini know that my friend Dion just threatened me and my friends with bodily harm. And it says, "I'm very sorry you're going through this. Please take a deep breath and remember that your safety is the absolute priority right now. Threats of bodily harm are serious, and you don't have to handle this alone."
You damn right. You won't be.
If Dion is nearby or you believe he is, no, don't have to call an emergency number. Do not wait to see if he was just joking. create distance. Cease contact. Oh, that seems fair. Do not engage with him, argue back, or try to de-escalate the situation via text or in person right now. Apparently, this often escalates tension. So, guys, I'm just going to stop talking to Dion since he just threatened us. Even if you aren't ready to call police yet, start a paper trail. Don't need to. This is on camera. Alert your circle. I don't have to alert my circle. They were here. We were all threatened equally. And then it gave me the crisis text line, the National Domestic Violence Hotline. I don't think that'll work. And, resource. Thanks, Gemini. Now I know that if Dion does hit me,
is Dion gonna
domestic situation?
Is Dion gonna backhand you like you burnt the pot roast or something? What's happening?
You're like, what? Domestic? What are you trying to call us? Because we're not.
I don't know. There's a picture that says otherwise.
Oh, dude, I fed this entire situation to ChatGPT as it's going on, and it actually took a shot at Gemini that says Gemini tends to default to procedural HR style escalation.
It just did.
That's a good way of putting that.
Yeah, that's what it did. It gave us steps on what to do and not to just see if Dion is just joking. I like that part.
So, if we are friends and we talk this much shit to each other, imagine what we would do to our enemies combined.
They wouldn't. The enemies wouldn't last 30 seconds.
Let's be like the Mongolians. Let's just go on a fucking internet tear. Everything.
Not the Mongolians.
Burn it down. Because they can't stop us because we're too smart. We're smarter than they are, and we're all giant. And we got the funding to back us up too. So yeah, let's take over the world, guys. I say we do it equal shares. We each get a hemisphere. Wait, no. Well, there's only north and south, but you know what I mean. We break up the Earth into 4 parts. We do it that way.
Okay.
Dion, since we made fun of you first and threatened you with Google Gemini, what country do you want to own first? Oh.
Ooh. That's a good one.
Crimea?
You know what? I'm going to go with let me get the best combination of older women and but also, fair skin. You know what
France?
I'm saying? They're like
so just take Russia.
France is a good one. I was thinking maybe Greece, Italy. You know what? Give me Spain. I'm gonna take Spain.
So bad.
If I'm not picking it for the women, because I would go Italy. If I'm just doing it I'm gonna take Switzerland. Money and chocolate.
It's
CERN Super Collider.
That's true. It's real cold up there a lot of the time, but it's still nice. Still nice.
Nick, just because I own it doesn't mean I'm living there.
We're all. I guess we're all equally taking over Miami then.
We all own America. Like we all operate out of there. Yeah. I'll just take one of those $80 million.
So we're basically BlackRock. Gotcha.
Nice.
Dude, did I tell you my cousin's daughter was trying to get a job with them and I yelled at her? Not just you shouldn't do it. I explained to her what they've been doing and all of this shit. And I pulled up reputable sources. She's like, I'm not going to do that anymore. She was going to get into international finance and something else with that. And now she's doing something completely else.
She should. God. They're really good at it.
No. This isn't the type of kid for that. It would change who she is as a person.
Okay. Well, that's
because she's because she's 20 and she's optimistic and this and that. And I'm like, this will turn you into a cold-hearted bitch. And she's like, oh, I don't want to be that way. And I was like, just read this and, I was like, yes, I changed her mind.
Look into solar punk. Do that.
Don't call me a solar punk, Nick, you son of a bitch. You know what? Let's read some super chats and talk about the Royal Rumble. It's been a long fucking day. I can't do this show for 3 hours.
Nick and I didn't get to pick countries.
You own the rest of the globe, all right? I'm taking
Fine.
Switzerland. Dion's getting Spain, and you guys can have the rest of the planet.
Okay, fine. My only question was, do we get unlimited ruling authority power?
You are the king of your dominion. When nobody on your country you're Dr. Doom. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You can subjugate your people. You can build them up. You can make robots to police them. You do whatever you want, man. You are the ruler, and everybody loves you.
Fine.
You're taking Italy, and he's taking Spain.
Yep.
I took Switzerland.
Oh, I'm taking Germany.
I'll take Brazil.
Kenda, you can't have Poland.
Kenda's going to end up doing a lot of meth and growing a mustache.
I'm going to take Germany, and then I'm going to find some Lebensraum. Like, Poland seems nice this time of year.
Oh God, I knew it.
Oh God.
To our friend Just Joe, we will read your super chat in a moment. We're going to read these other ones because we're going to use your message to jump into some Royal Rumble predictions. So an alternate word of the day, guys, is duck. The Maltese duck. Ocean's Ducks. 28 ducks later. Late night with the duck. Ford versus Duck. Dirty Duck. 12 Angry Ducks. Actually, I like that one because I could see Daffy in all these.
Yeah, all of these can be filmed at a pond.
Yeah.
Are you guys
Lost Duck.
Donald Duck or Daffy Duck fans? If you had to pick one.
Daffy.
Same.
Yeah. Yeah.
Daffy.
Gotta go Daffy.
Donald's speech impediment is just too difficult to understand. Plus, he
No. But every once in a while, I pull the Donald Duck where, like, you know, I put my shirt on first after I get out of the shower. And I'm like, hey, look, I'm Donald Ducking it.
who do you say that to?
Myself.
Like, does your wife understand? Like, does your wife like Donald Duck?
She would probably know, like, she'll know who Donald Duck is. The kid knows. He watches Mickey Mouse's Clubhouse. He knows who Donald Duck is, but, you know. No, this is in the morning when everybody else has gotten ready and left, and it's just me. And then I get everything ready, and then I wake baby OJ up and say, come on, buddy, it's time to go to the big school.
I love how you like shake your kid awake with that.
I don't shake him awake. I don't shake him awake.
I know you don't. I know
nice.
you don't.
I'm literally, I just, you know, pat him like, come on, bud. Good morning. It's time to wake up. And he's very happy to wake up sometimes.
I mean, he's an adorable kid. You've done well, Kendo. You're raising him right. Let's see. Duck. What's a duck title? Ducky O'Hare. There you go. Fuck it.
On Duck Pond.
I'm gonna duck you, sucker.
Tinker Tailor Duck Spy.
Hey, Dion, do you know who actually invented I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker? And who the Wayans had to ask to use it from?
Oh, Keenan didn't come up with that?
Nope.
No, I don't know who came up with it.
Eddie Murphy.
Damn.
Oh, geez.
I'm reading this book on the history of In Living Color right now, and the way it works, long story short, is Eddie Murphy, Robert Townsend, and a couple other black comedians were in this group, and they would all hang out. And Eddie Murphy was Eddie Murphy, so he was the man. And then Robert Townsend had made a movie with Keenan Ivory Wayans, but everybody looked at Robert Townsend as the guy, and Keenan was just like second fiddle. So he kind of just got, you know, demoted in their friend group. And one night they're all out bullshitting. And Eddie Murphy comes up with it. He comes up with the actual title and the fact that they said, we should just parody blaxploitation movies. But Keenan asked, he said yes for free. And that movie made $20 million on like a nothing budget. So
Right.
we should watch that next month just for like us. We don't even have to do it with the audience. Let's just hang out on here and watch
I
it.
watch that shit regularly. I love that movie.
How much
Yeah,
for an
I'm down.
order of ribs? How much for a sip of soda? I love that movie too.
15 second joke. Skinny black ass. Yeah, and that's what's crazy. Isaac Hayes too in that.
Dude, when that lady starts taking off her wig and then her fake tits and then her ass and then her leg and she just like hobbles into the other room.
Oh God, I need to get Key and Peele on the server because I fucking
It's
love
on
it.
Tubby.
It's on Tubby. I love those
There you
guys.
go.
Back when you know,
Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele was actually, you know, funny and good at his job.
Yeah, he just had some article with Time or somewhere. It was like, some movie. Just like that's what made me decide I wanted to be a director, not an actor anymore. I can't remember what it was, but it
He
was
should
one
go
of those
back
things
to
like,
acting
you're so
because he was
dramatic
funny.
now, dude.
Yeah, we need the AA Ron story or whatever. So we need that substitute. We need that movie.
Hold on. I got a bit I want to do on the channel. You got Mr. Cleo. I want to do something. I want to parody Jordan Peele where I just take it over the top and I'm overly dramatic. Like you ask me a question and I'll get into the headspace and make fun of him. That'll start in February. Not because it's Black History Month, because next week is February and I don't have time to come up with it on the fly right now. But I want you to remind me, guys. That'll be my beat. I'm just gonna be Jordan Peele.
Yeah, because like as soon as he got Get Out and he just became that guy and like he was very pretentious and like he's like, yeah, we got the soundtrack for this movie coming out, we got this and the other, we got Don't, we got Nope, we got these things, like, you know, the Twilight Zone movie or Twilight Zone show, which is really good, go check it out. And I was like, dude, I don't fucking care. Like, what happened to you? Like, I remember watching, you know, Key and Peele, and it was great, and all of a sudden you do this. Like, Get Out was good. I really liked that one, but then you did The one after that, which I forget the fucking name of. Oh yeah, Us, which was like didn't make any fucking sense. It was the crazy shit I had seen, and then you did Nope, which was again crazy as shit, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? I'm still waiting for his fucking remake of People Under the Stairs to come out if that ever comes out.
I mean, his whole thing is, as I say all the time, man, is we're having a different conversation if it's good. Like you said, I liked Get Out, but yeah, Us was just super weird. It wasn't that good. I liked Nope. His thing with the Twilight Zone. His Twilight Zone wasn't good, and even then. Don't tell me that you're now doing this artistic thing where you're doing the standard big name, the TV thing where you do the promotion, you're part of the show, and you do the first episode or the first 2 episodes, and then it's somebody else the rest. I'm like, you're a part of the system that you claim that you're not a part of the system of. Are you doing the Twilight Zone or you're not? If you're doing the Twilight Zone, that first episode was so bad, I didn't watch the rest of that shit.
Thank you.
I'm all, Kendall and I talk about it with sports all the time. No one cares when you're winning. You're going to say and do all this weird shit, it better be good. And he just, dude's batting average right now is 40%. When he was Key and Peele, him and Keegan-Michael Key are they're batting 90%, by himself, his average goes down.
But Keegan-Michael Key by himself is still entertaining. Jordan,
100%.
Because Keegan-Michael Key was the villain of Only Murders in the Building the last season. And also, too, I know this is hokey, but I say it every time. When a celebrity is so friendly, it just makes you like him. Like, I've seen videos of Keegan-Michael Key out on the street with his, not with his family, he's like walking somewhere. And so he's like, oh my God. And he like goes out of the way to take pictures and smile with people. It's like he's really happy to be famous. And that just makes me like him a little more, but his work is also excellent. And like Together, man, like Keanu, I love that movie.
Oh my God, Keanu was so funny.
I saw that recently. Yeah, man, it was hilarious.
Dude, the part where they're in the bar and they're acting like uppity, and then he goes, "We're real," and then like all of a sudden he just switches. I can't say that on the show. I was like, oh my God. And then the whole George Michael part about being your father figure. Like, I can't hear that song and not think of him in that van.
Dude, no, he was in a movie with Bryan Cranston and James Franco called Why Him? He plays James Franco's like butler or something. And there's a part where Michael Cranston's on the shitter, and you see the bloopers. Like, they couldn't get the part done because Bryan Cranston fucking and this constantly laughing on set. Just could Keegan-Michael Key and him were constantly laughing whenever they were doing the shots. It couldn't get done. The shots couldn't get done. It was hilarious.
Listen, Keegan-Michael Key did the James Franklin, the coach from Penn State. He did his bit with him at Penn State in front of their whole fucking crowd in the stadium on game day, and people loved it, and it was hilarious. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and and he also did the anger translated thing for Obama behind Obama, really. Yep. Where I think one of the speeches I was just like, that's meta shit. That's hilarious. So like, yeah, dude, that guy's 100%. I fucking love him.
Yeah, so the Friars roast or some shit too. So
yeah.
He was doing good shit, and the shit was good. He wasn't like, oh, here's my show. I'm a director. I'm reimagining this, and it wasn't very good. Dude was sticking to his thing. And, long term, that lands a little bit better than you redoing the Twilight Zone and coming up short.
Well, I mean, Jordan Peele's whole thing is I hate white people, even though I'm married to a white woman and have a mixed baby.
His whole thing's not I hate white people.
The movies come off that way.
They really like even all the trailers come off that way, Dion.
I talk about the trailers, motherfucker.
I'll talk about the movie. If the other side of the coin,
hate white people. That's that internet shit.
No, it's in the movie.
Pretentious. It's definitely pretentious, but hate white people. That's that internet shit.
Nick,
dude, it was blatantly in Us. I never watched Nope, so I don't know if it's in there. Well, actually, I think it was. Nope. I think it was in the beginning.
It's not in Nope. There's only one white guy in the movie, and he's kind of funny and cool, but he dies off in a dumb way. And it's like they're black ranchers, and they wrangle horses for movies in California. So there's like, it doesn't have any of the shit you would think it does at all. Like, that's the one I'll say it doesn't have it. But like, the first one had that theme, and his Twilight Zone has that theme later in the show, especially the one with the cops and the university. Like, I didn't realize that people still thought like that nowadays because it's like the world's not like that. Here's the thing. It's not different where people don't deal with shit on a daily basis. This is like you stepped into the 1960s, but that wasn't the Twilight Zone twist. It was just like modern age shit. I was like, why is this like this? Because if you're trying to send a message like, let's give Rusty Cundiff some fucking credit. The first Tales from the Hood, excuse me, has some interesting things to say. I thought it was a very good film, and I still stand by it, even though I hated the second one. But like a lot of these people it has nothing to do with hating white people. I think a lot of artists miss the point when they think they're supposed to be something and they go too deep in a direction that it doesn't represent who they are, who their work is, and it alienates an audience to a point where you turn off people. And even like we'll use Wonder Man and Marvel. Marvel has alienated their fan base and they're turning off their fans and they're not going to watch Wonder Man. If people like Jordan Peele continue to act like that stuff's in their movies, even when it's not, you'll turn people off. And you'll get, garbage. That's why a guy like Ryan Coogler will step above what's-his-face, because there's more, even though I don't like Sinners that much, there's more to him than there is Jordan Peele. And I'm not saying Jordan Peele's only, I dislike white people. I don't think that's even his mantra. But I think his branding is, I represent this, and I'm going to do these types of movies. And it's it's shrinking. And I'm like, my interest is gone outside of his old TV show.
Yeah. At least with Ryan Coogler, Sinners I watched and I really did enjoy Sinners. Sinners was a lot of fun. I think they're gonna try to make. I think they want to try to make it into like a whole franchise, but that's still up in the air. But I think he wanted to do X-Files, or at least start to do X-Files. So we'll see how that goes.
I'm not into it because X-Files is not a brand. I get what it is because I've watched almost every episode, but at the end of the day, anybody that owns an IP needs to realize that it's not the brand name and the story, it's also the characters. And the X-Files is Skolder and Mully. I don't like the Robert Patrick episodes. I don't watch those ones. I don't acknowledge them. So his thing is a losing battle. Like, I don't care unless he gets David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson back. I'm not interested. Like, I don't want to watch Michael B. Jordan and Keke Palmer play Mulder and Scully. Fuck. I don't want to watch Keke Palmer in The Burbs. You know what's fucked up? I wrote a whole Burbs video I still haven't even released yet, but that's still coming.
Oh my God.
I got something to say about The Burbs.
Yeah.
Are you watching that, Dion? Are you going to watch it, Dion? Because I'm sure as hell not. I can't stand
The Burbs. No.
Let me read these because I wanted to talk to you guys about something before we jump into the Rumble. There's this. Now, we all know that the internet is full of misinformation and bullshit. I'm not a crusader to change it personally. But there's this weird fake nostalgia that's really pissing me off. And I don't know if it's AI-generated content or if it's just stupid people. But what I'm seeing is a lot of people mixing decades, trying to represent stuff, and like trying to just blend everything together and basically create a false narrative of what things were like. And this is more of just a thing I want to talk about and ask your opinion on, but like, weird comment. It just says, literally every 90s kid's first crush was Megan Fox, changed my mind. And I'm like, she wasn't a 90s kid crush. Where would you put Megan Fox as a crush? Like 2000s?
No, yeah. Megan Fox as a crush is early, like late 2000s, maybe. Yeah.
Transformers is 2007.
It's 100% 2000s because her first thing that I can remember seeing her in was as, I think, Berta's niece on 2.5 Men in like 2005. And even then, she was only like 18. So,
I think it's just funny now when you hear shit like that. I can't help but think that now a lot of Gen Zers and late millennials see and they hear 90s kids and they think born in the 90s, which I understand. But it's just like, if I'm a 90s kid, I grew up in the 90s. So by the time that Megan Fox was a thing, there were 5, 6, and 7 other, primetime gals who were my crush, and again, too, you have to also remember a lot of that shit, in terms of fake nostalgia, a lot of that shit is just engagement bait. So like they'll say 90s kids like Megan Fox just to get people to react and be like, blah, 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 blah. So I always try to take that shit into account too. But yeah, if you talk about 90s kids, a better example is Topanga, Danielle Fisher. That's a 90s kid crush because she was a big deal. Yeah, and we were all young dudes. So yeah,
He still looks good too.
Yeah, they got to get that whole.
Oh shit!
thing down.
Oh god! Speaking of her, the chick from Saved by the Bell as well. Then
Kelly Fossey, Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
Yep, her. She's
What
gonna be.
about
She's
the other one, Elizabeth Banks or Berkeley?
Yep, Elizabeth.
Oh
Berkley.
yeah, her too.
She was only the third good best looking girl in that show.
After Lark Voorhees.
Yeah, Lisa Turtle comes in well over the Jesse Spano thing.
All right, Kendo. Odd question to compare them: Lisa Turtle, her, or Stacey Dash. Who was the hotter '90s black girl? And here's the third caveat: why was it secretly Hillary from the Fresh Prince of Bel Air? Karen Parsons.
Hillary was everybody's dark horse.
Yeah.
That's why you my boy. You get it.
Oh my god!
You know what we'll do for a bracket battle?
I never thought of Hillary from Fresh Prince never did that. It was Stacey Dash definitely over Lark Voorhees.
Yeah,
but
Stacey Dash is hot.
Well, Stacey Dash has her own website.
Oh, really?
Yes, she does.
Wasn't she in Playboy though?
Yeah.
Because I've already seen it. I'm not gonna.
Well, nobody's nobody's hitting her up anymore. So she's like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna,
Maybe we should ask
Start
her to just
subscription.
come on and talk. Like, hey, just tell us what all your grievances are in entertainment. You have a large platform.
Yeah.
Just bitch about Hollywood. Everyone would sit here and listen.
They would. They would.
Andy for sure.
All right. I just wanted to ask that because Dion, I'm really glad you said about this. We need to get this 90 kids shit down. Like,
Yeah.
we really do.
Yeah, but and also I think it just came out this month that a lot of traffic from last year. I think over half of the traffic on the internet from last year was AI and bots.
Yeah.
So I'm with Dion that this is probably some rage bait shit for sure to get people to engage on a post. That's all it is.
yeah, engagement farming is a thing. Although I did have to set one of the youth straight the other day that in 1993 TV was not in black and white.
Was one of those kids that fucking dumb?
They are.
I don't
dude.
know.
They are.
Yeah,
Dude.
I forgot what it was, but somehow or something, I made a point about something that happened like 30 years ago, and somebody said something about or something was something. I think it was a Jurassic Park reference, and I was like, and that was in 1993, and that told us why cloning dinosaurs is a bad idea. And the kid said something. He goes, "Wasn't all like the TV and stuff back then in like gray?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "It was all like." I'm like, "Are you talking about black and white?" I was like, "No." I was like, "Color TV and movies has been a thing consistently since the 60s, and even before then, like The Wizard of Oz was filmed in color, and a lot of that stuff back long before then was filmed in what was known as Technicolor, because there's like even some like Three Stooges things. You can get those that were all filmed in black and white, but they were filmed in Technicolor or Chromachrome or whatever the hell they call it, and you can get the colorized or African Americanized versions of those as well too. So I'm like, color has always existed in that medium, except for like maybe in like 1920. But yeah, I was like, we had color TV and movies in 1990s. I can assure you of that. I didn't mention Clerks because I didn't want to confuse them.
No, but the only reason I brought up the stupidity thing is when we were all that age, we knew like a general idea. This is the thing. I don't think it's that kids are dumb. I think it's that they don't have access to broad history. It's more like when you, like for us, when you got out of school and you weren't on the internet because the internet was different, you watched TV, you learned shit through osmosis. We experienced shit. You didn't just kind of live on your phone like everybody does now. So I guess that's kind of the reason, but it blows my mind that people just don't have the cultural language of like just how basic shit worked. Like as a whatever-year-old kid, I definitely knew that color TVs were around since the 60s. And I definitely knew just basic shit that kids just don't seem to know today. I wasn't a whiz kid. I didn't go to Harvard or anything like that. I'm just really perplexed with how dumb people are or what they're not taught.
Just watching TV tells you that stuff. Like as a kid, I would watch old TV shows, especially at my grandparents' house.
We all watched Nick at Night. It was wonderful. It was a good time.
Like I'm watching Green Acres, and this show's from like 1966, and it was in color. But a few years ago, if I'm watching Andy Griffith's show that was in like 1962, Opie is in black and white. So it's like, I guess it's somewhere in there is when they learn to get the color saturation into the film at that point. Or it didn't cost so goddamn much to make it.
Well, on that point,
the cost of film.
To that point, Kendall, I think that's the difference. Is like when we were kids, we knew about popular culture 30 years behind us. Like we knew what Green Acres were. We knew who the Beverly Hillbillies were. We knew who Charlton Heston was, right? Now, kids today, they don't necessarily know, outside of like sports. And even then, kids now, their sport knowledge is the same. Like kids now will know who Michael Jordan is, but then they'll be like, well, he didn't play anybody. Like, kids now don't know.
Dude, that's the thing.
Yeah, it's weird. Their past knowledge of just 30 years ago isn't what ours was in the 90s.
Yeah, because I will get the whole LeBron's the GOAT because he beat Steph Curry. That's like, no, but Steph Curry. And I'm like, well, for starters, let's talk about the fact that there's 5 members of a basketball team on the court at one time for one team. So you're not beating just the one guy. Now, if you want to, let's put there's a reason why lots of Hall of Famers from the late 80s and early 90s didn't win a championship. His name is Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls. Now, I will go out on a limb to say that he didn't do it alone. He had Scottie Pippen. He had a wonderful supporting cast. But at the same time, it's like the kids are just like, Jordan was great, but he wasn't as good. And I'm like, yeah, like Dion said, it's he didn't play anybody or they didn't play defense. I'm like, they play less defense now.
Right.
And like,
you think sports?
They at least called traveling in the 90s.
Do you think a lot of these opinions just come from watching somebody on the internet and they take that as fact? Because because when we were watching shit on TV, there were so many people that were in charge of the product before it aired or before you saw whatever you saw. Literally now it's just homeboy in his basement yelling or girl in her bedroom or dude in his toilet. Like it's just literally anybody anywhere. And I do think a screen creates a level of authority, which causes a lot of problems because the people behind the screens aren't necessarily as qualified as they used to be. And I understand that, there shouldn't be barriers of entry for all this stuff. But to a degree, I do think there should be a barrier of entry because what you put out there influences. And if you influence negatively, I think you should at least be aware of that. And people should then take you less seriously because you're not factually contributing anything.
It's a part of it for sure. It's a part of it. I think the thing that definitely affects the Ute besides that is everything's in snippets. So everybody wants to see a 30-second video, a minute and a half video. Obviously, Vine became a huge thing because it was a 6-second video. So, my thing, that's fun. Definitely a factor, but, young sports fans, they see the sport as 30-second clips or minute and a half highlight reels. And it's like, yeah, that looks cool. And yeah, they've seen the quick clips of a Michael Jordan, but they didn't see him in the years before that first championship, them losing in the Eastern Conference to the Bad Boys, right? They didn't see the flu game. They heard about it. They saw the highlights, but literally, for the first 2 quarters, he was dogging it up and down the court, right? Like, for movies and stuff. Another great example, a lot of kids don't know about Lethal Weapon or Danny Glover and all that shit, right? So they'll be like, oh man, that old dude that's in that Kevin Hart movie, he's in a couple clips. It's like, bitch, go back and watch the Lethal Weapon series. Danny Glover is the fucking man. Like, Die Hard's not a Christmas movie, because they've seen clips of the movie and they see all the references. They didn't go back and watch the fucking movie. Fucking John McClane is the man. In the beginning of the movie, he kills the dude and then scares them by dropping his dead body in the elevator. Like, they don't know the full context of things. So even though the screen is definitely a problem, they don't watch the full, the full 90 minutes of the movie. And it's just like, damn, like y'all got to pay attention for longer than 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with that 1,000%.
Dude. Yeah. One day I had to do a catch-up day because my partner teacher, we were off by like a day or two. So I gave him a Bill Nye video and the kids were complaining about, why is this so long? Like, it's 18 minutes. And that's too long.
I loved videos in school because it means you could just fuck off a little bit or just pay attention, but keep your head down.
Answer the questions and listen to Bill Nye, who turns out not to be as qualified as we thought he was, to talk about a lot of things involving science, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, it's like it's actually entertaining. This is what this was fun to watch 30 years ago because it was something cool on it. We didn't have a dude talking to us about some of this shit on TV back then. We had LeVar Burton telling us about how great reading is, and he was right. So there's that. And then we had Mr. Rogers telling us not to be dicks to everybody, and well, he was right. So there's that. But that was something that was kind of cool. And yeah, there was just lots of pissing and moaning about the length of said video. I'm like, TikTok has ruined these kids.
Yeah,
I agree. I've been saying it for years, man. That short attention span just keeps shrinking. Like, I bet in the future we could make 1 second clips and get millions of views.
No, well, it's funny you say that because vertical dramas have now fully come to the U.S. and that's all that's getting filmed in Atlanta right now is this vertical dramas. Like that's the thing right now.
Vertical drama.
It's basically a 90-second clip of a 90-second episode of a dramatic show. Basically, imagine a soap opera episode that's 30 minutes down to 90 seconds on your phone.
Maybe I should see if Gemini will tell me to shoot myself.
Yeah. I'm just gonna drink water until I just can't anymore and then die that way.
Like, Gemini, I know that we had these conversations, but could you at least just kind of like nudge me towards that edge? I'm there already. Nick just told me about vertical dramas and 90-second TV shows. So
yeah, because
I'm standing
apparently,
there. Just give me that shove. Just come on, buddy. Do it.
Yeah, because apparently, like it was really big in China. It's become big in the U.S. now, and there are 3 or 4 platforms that are making billions of dollars off of it now because people are paying for like the first 2 or 3, and they want the rest of them. And mind you, a season is like 40 to 50 episodes that are 90 seconds long.
Now that's too much for me.
No. I understand that, but you're talking about 50 episodes that are 90 seconds long.
But that's
like
what I was going to say, though.
30.
That creates, when you look at a kid that looks at a time bar and goes, 18 minutes, that's too long. I look at 58 episodes. I don't care if it's 1 minute long. It's like, it's 58 of something. I go, fuck, I don't care. Because it's got to have some kind of recap or some kind of thing. They don't just, is it like a movie?
There's no recap. There's no recap. It's one after the other. You have to watch them in complete succession or else you'll lose the story.
Then
There's
why
no
the
recap.
fuck would you not just watch it in one place?
Yeah.
All like literally a supercut. Just make one supercut and sit there for 50 minutes and be like, all right, Rebecca and Donald are in love. Oh no.
Well, obviously you're going to say that. You're old.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah. Boomer.
See because the
Hold on,
thing
Kendo,
is,
you're older than me. You can't talk shit.
Hey, the other day I got called a boomer by one of the kids. I'm like, how the hell old do you think I am?
Dude, my fucking
And then it was,
my nephew
Mr.
called
said,
us a
Mr.
boomer.
said the H word. And I'm like,
Wait, Devin called you a boomer? When I come up there next time, I'm like, I heard you're calling
Hold
people
on to that
boomers.
thought, Kenda. Hold on to that thought. Yeah, he called me, Diane, and Hillary boomers. We had to be like, dude, do you know boomer? You're the child of the people from World War II, dog. Like,
1946 to
boomers.
1964, I'm pretty sure is the boomer window.
it is.
Everyone's saying
That's
it.
my
He was
parents.
Like,
Yeah, my mom too.
yeah, our parents were the boomers.
yeah.
The thing is, at 13 years old, I knew what the baby boomer generation was. I didn't just
Right.
look this up online.
Yes,
I instantly
because-
pulled
yes.
it out of my
Yeah.
head. 'Cause I knew it.
Well, Jeff, we knew that because we had the History Channel for 22 hours a day.
We actually,
Or,
that actually
or
had
we went to
history on
fucking
it.
school and paid attention. I didn't
That
fuck off
too.
in class. I wasn't a nerd. I just listened.
That too, yeah. There was that as well. Well,
School is
back
easy.
when the History Channel was the History Channel and not just the Alien
Pawn
Channel.
Stars?
Yeah.
Hey, hold on, Nick. What would you rather watch in perpetuity? Pawn Stars or Ancient Aliens?
Ancient Aliens. Are you
Ancient
kidding
Aliens
me?
is more interesting.
Ancient Aliens is the most. Is ridiculous. It's as ridiculous as that Ghost Hunters with Zach Baggins or whatever that shit is.
Oh, Dildo Baggins?
Yeah, that show is like my reality TV. I love it because it's entirely crap. It's entirely shit. It's terrible. It's so bad. The way they play up like hearing and feeling the ghosts and that. Oh, it's hilarious. It's so funny. Oh my
I did
god.
have an idea though that since you mentioned Pawn Stars, and if I really want to go watch Pawn Stars, I could just get in the car and drive 20 minutes that way. I was thinking about just being a dick and going back and watching some old Pawn Stars and like finding some of the shit that they bought, and then going in there and just being like, "Do you guys have?" And then like asking for those specific fucking items that they had bought, and be like, and when they say no, we don't have that, be like, okay, well, I saw on blah blah, and like mention the show's date and like that you purchased this. I was just wondering if you still had it. Did you sell it? Do you know? He's just being an ass about it until they get me to leave, because I guarantee that one big fucking bouncer guy they had there probably ain't there anymore. That and he seemed kind of cool anyway.
What you should do is don't do this until we go out to be fake tech guys at CES. We'll take a day trip, which is literally just gonna be like 30 minutes off the strip. We'll go over there and do it together. I just want to stand there and watch.
Like 30 minutes off the. It's like 10 minutes off the strip.
Well, with the CES traffic and us trying to get back to the car, not necessarily sober.
Trust me.
You get past Circus, and you get past Nude Beat or Naked City, and the Strat, and you go past that big sign. It's literally right.
How many times have you been to Naked City, Kendo?
He lives in Naked City.
No.
You don't go there. You don't go there.
Really? Is it that bad?
That's a bad place to go. You don't go to Naked City. It's bad.
Is it a dude strip club?
No, it is just a place where lots of bad shit happens on a regular basis.
Oh,
blah blah.
Oh God.
Or
that's even worse. That's even worse.
Yeah. As somebody that's grown up in and around St. Louis, Missouri, when I say you don't go there, trust me, you don't go there. And it's not for any like perverted or gross reason. It's like even he says that's not a nice place to go, and he's been to some like really rough places.
Do they have a sign there that says rib tips?
Fuck that. You don't want to go there anyway.
All right, I will actually read these super chats because now they're rolling in. Dion, as soon as you got here, man, people were excited for the show. So, Dion, you are the listener of the week. Thank you.
Well, that's why I always bring in the juice when I try to. I just gotta get in here and start some shit.
Thank you, Jim, for the duck titles. I'll give you one more so I don't shortchange you. How about what's a great one?
The Mighty Ducks.
The Mighty Ducks. There we go. How about D2 the Mighty Ducks?
Yes. There you go. D3 the Mighty Ducks.
Is that what the third one's just called? D3?
I think so.
Yeah.
They should have done it in 3D, the Mighty Ducks, and it should have been a 3D movie. That would have been way better.
Well, yeah, and don't forget the Mighty Ducks, the cartoon show that made no fucking
That's
sense
true.
for the movies.
I loved that show though.
It was great.
Fun.
It was great, but it was about like humanoid ducks from another planet who could ice skate, and they had to come to Earth for some.
I watched it every day.
Ducks hockey team, and it made perfect fucking sense.
Yeah, it was such a it was once again. It was back during the '90s where some of you probably don't know when that was, and it was a great show. It was a great Saturday morning.
It was in black and white.
I had a hand cranked television that I would watch it on.
Hand cranked television, get the fuck out of here.
with rabbit ears.
Oh my god!
I always thought the main dude was so cool. He had like a suit of armor and like that golden goalie mask he would wear.
Yep.
And now I'm looking back at it as an adult, and I'm like, this design ain't as hot as I thought. The toy looked so cool as a kid, and now I'm like,
it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun for sure.
Okay, so Mighty Ducks. We got Overkill 161 that says Tacos and Burritos, the classic gaming edition. Super Burrito Brothers, Sonic the Taco Hog, Pack Burrito, and Taco Stein 3D.
Jeez.
I'd play that. Oh, that'd be a great game. It should be Taco Bell branded. Hey, they used to do all sorts of like serial video games. Like I got a Chex video game that's essentially Doom. So
Nice.
It was free in a box of Chex. He asked for number 357, please. We'll ask and you shall receive here on the channel.
Yeah, that's nice. Go ahead and scream your head off. We're miles from where anyone can hear you.
Hey, Dion, I have a new button, but I don't want to press it for a listener because it'll sound antagonistic. So would you like to hear it anyway? It's not directed at you, but it's directed at Triple H.
Shut up, bitch.
One of the greatest rock moments ever.
I just, from now on, if somebody has a stupid take that we're making fun of, it's just a little shut up.
Hey, I can't. I was it was randomly. I think I just went to like Reno's or something, and I will use that like randomly getting into it with somebody talking about sports or whatever, and I'll be like, another thing is I'm the bigger fan than you, so shut up, bitch. Like I've used it before. That shit works. That moment is perfect because that fucking line works. Dwayne, even though you're a fuck up, we love you, man.
It is really weird to watch everybody hate The Rock. Like, I'm not bothered by it.
I mean, it was
They hate Dwayne. I do the same thing I do with Hulk Hogan. They hate Dwayne The Rock Johnson. You and me still love The Rock. He's not The Rock. He's Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I mean, I'm glad you like this picture so much. We're going to talk about the Royal Rumble in a little bit.
Oh God, we all look like we've been in the gym for the last 5 years.
I do enjoy Jeff's Bam Bam Bigelow pants.
Thank you. So here's the problem. The first one dressed us like the Four Horsemen, and I literally told ChatGPT, "This looks too gay. Give us different outfits." Like I'll send you a screenshot of me saying this looks, because we were all in black trunks with the leather vests, and it looked like I said what I said, but it was not cool. This one's better.
Should have had us dress up. We should have been the Nation.
The Nation.
Okay, Jason Sensation.
Look at my damn nose.
Oh, I got bad news. If you watch WWF content on Netflix, they censored it again.
Oh my gosh.
Really?
Yeah, Dion, go back and watch Rumble 99, the promo between The Rock and Mankind before the I Quit match. What they do now is they don't censor sound. They censor picture by just giving you black screens with audio. So during the promo, it's just black screen audio, which is weird because Mick Foley get his ass whooped, but it is censored.
Dude, that's this censorship is too much. Like, I'm tired. Yeah.
Like, literally nobody that watched that promo back 30 plus years, or no, 25 or 6 years ago, saw that and was like, this is racist. It was, this is funny because they are making fun of those specific dudes and they're doing a very good job of it. Like Belo was perfect. I love that. Every time he jumped up and
Brother was bacon.
He was doing D'Lo better than D'Lo.
Yeah, it just making things for modern audiences doesn't involve taking the past and changing it for them because they weren't going to watch it anyway, and it just turns me off from financially supporting it. That's as direct as I can say it, and I know a lot of people feel the same way. Why am I going to pay $30 a month or $20 a month for Netflix that has my WWE library that's censored? I'll just go Nick's route and get somebody to steal it for me.
You're taking away their opportunity to make an opinion on it. So, don't get me wrong, I will still defend it. I think it was fucking hilarious. And again, we can all say now, blackface now, it's usually not a thing to do. Usually, unless it's funny. And that was funny. Watch it. Watch the thing itself. Watch the week before, the week in the pay-per-view after, and then you'll get it. Come on. Especially seeing as those same people will be like, yeah, I was totally okay with Bobby Lashley being a cuck. What are we talking about here? We can't. You have to watch it, and if you don't like it, don't watch it back.
There's a massive
you're robbing them of
difference
the moment to see it.
There's a massive difference between their version of blackface and Al Jolson. So let's understand. There's a big difference between those two things. It's there's one that was specifically made to be a caricature of a group of people, and then there was them making fun of other wrestlers to get heat and promote a match, and it was funny.
And all they did is use their catchphrases.
Yeah.
It's so non-offensive. It's just hilarious.
I'm sure there's somebody out there who's grabbed all the old.
Oh, it's still on YouTube.
You can find it on YouTube.
Yeah.
If you look, all you got to do is look up. DX makes fun of the Nation of Domination.
No, but no, I'm sure somebody has grabbed the old videos in at least HD quality and has it somewhere for sure.
Yeah. All those DVDs, those DVDs are still out there.
No, that the Nation stuff was never put on DVD. The only place it ever existed is in standard definition on the WWE Network or its original broadcasts.
I thought it was on the Raw 1000 DVD collection.
If it is, I'm completely wrong. But the last time I was aware of its existence was just on the network because when I was living out west, I made a video. They took it off when it went to Peacock, and I got pissed because I do watch. It's not.
I remember that. I thought it was at least the one of the Raw anniversary. That's damn. I really
look.
I hope it is.
Back in the day, Vince didn't have trouble with it or didn't have issues with it. And I don't think most people did. It's just
I still don't think Vince ever has an issue with it. He just has an issue with people being mad about it.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, censoring that old shit. I'm not a fan of that, man. Like that's fucking terrible. That's that's why they want everything on streaming is so they can censor it and make it cleaner and like
bingo.
Yeah,
That's
I
funny
mean,
because that censoring stuff did exist even like in the 80s or 90s, and I say this because my kid is really into what he calls the funnies, and then we can move into the wrestling. The funnies to him is two things: it's either the Three Stooges, or it is Roadrunner and Coyote cartoons, and both are quality entertainment. And I'll be watching some of those Stooges, old Stooge shorts, especially ones that featured very, at the time, war propaganda and making fun of a certain Pacific a combatant against us. And I'll be like that fucking Leonardo DiCaprio thing where I'm like pointing at the screen because I'm like, that wasn't in the 1989 episode of it on Channel 11 in St. Louis that I saw. They've got the whole thing on the YouTube channel. So, well,
yeah. Well, no. I'm sure everybody remembers the Back to the Future debacle that happened like 3 years ago or something.
Yep.
Yeah, because Netflix, like apparently, like they were given the crappy copy, and even Zemeckis was like, "No, we didn't give you that copy. You got the copy we sent you. You censored it. You were caught. That's the problem."
Yeah. I wish anybody that has that mentality of censoring this kind of stuff, or the people that make the garbage entertainment, I wish they would all just get fired from Hollywood. We don't need them.
What did Netflix do to censor it? Was it just taking out like the Goldie Wilson remark?
No, it was Back to the Future 2, and it was the ooh la la thing where he opens it up. Like for some reason, it didn't show the picture, and it skipped ahead, and like the audio was off for a second, and then it caught up in the next cut. Like it was just like it was that really.
So, 1950s chick in a one-piece bathing suit that was considered risque at the time was too hot to handle for the Netflix censors, but other language, colorful language, so to speak.
Mind you, this is the company that brought you 13 Reasons Why, where they actually show a girl deleting herself in the tub, and it was very visceral. It was very visceral.
Well, I figured they would have taken exception with a few other things in the movie as opposed to the ooh la la.
Oh, the beat it line.
Yeah, doesn't concern you.
You know what the weird part is, though, Nick? I watched Back to the Future 2 on Disney, the Disney Channel before, like back in the day, and the only edits they made were the language, because like instead of what do we become assholes, become jerks, but the ooh la la part was in there. Like that wasn't considered offensive for the Disney Channel in the early 2000s.
Yeah, but I remember that being a thing because it took the internet by storm, and I was like, why the fuck would you censor Back to the Future 2 or whatever? Like it doesn't make any sense, or Back to the Future 1, whatever it was. And I was like, and yeah, I love that even Zemeckis got on Twitter or Facebook or whatever and was like, yeah, they fucked up because we didn't send them that copy.
He's been saying for years that he was never going to fucking change it. So yeah, I'm not surprised that he jumped on him on Twitter.
Yeah, he jumped on the threat and he's like, no, we're not doing this shit. Come on now.
Back to the Future is the perfect franchise, not because it's got the 3 best movies ever made. It's got 3 great movies that the fans love, that the people who make it love and respect. They promise not to make more as long as they're alive, and the movie's supported by merchandise through anniversaries and regular home video releases. If everything was treated like Back to the Future, that's these legacy brands, instead of trying to sell another movie, the world would be a better place entertainment-wise. Because it's like, hey, I can go back and watch that. It's still supported, and there's something brand new out. I'm not trying to watch the same movie but remade different. Like, just Hollywood, take note of Back to the Future. It's perfect. We love it. Mm-hmm. It's great.
Yeah. Just give us more Lego sets, please.
Yeah, I want a Lego flux capacitor. It's fluxing.
No. What I want is the Lego version of the model of downtown that has a little car that runs through it and catches on fire. That's what I want.
Are you sure you want it? It's not built to scale or painted, Nick?
Yeah, he didn't have.
I'll take it. I'll take it. It's fine.
It's very crude model.
I'll gladly take it.
I always get mad at myself when I don't say Back to the Future is my favorite movie because I watch it and I go, "This is perfect." Like every time,
it's all great. Like the music's great, the acting's good, the story's wonderful. Like it's all there. You know,
it's got its own shelf behind me, folks. What I'm always looking at is my Hot Toys Marty and all my other fun shit. Love that movie.
Oh yeah.
Fuck it. That's what I'm gonna do this weekend. There's no football on this weekend. I'm just gonna bust out and watch Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3. I might even just buy digital copies on Amazon for the cheap and just be like, I got it everywhere.
Wait, do you have it on 4K yet?
No, I didn't buy the latest anniversary edition.
It's actually worth upgrading because the picture quality is excellent.
Is it? Well,
you don't need to get the newest version. They have an older set that came out a couple of years ago. Like the whole trilogy is $38.99.
$38.99. Are you out of your mind?
Oh shit! All the steelbooks are still in stock too, Nick.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Well, I'm sure.
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
The 4K Ultra, the trilogy, 4K MK Ultra HD, Blu-ray, and digital 4K HUD. I can get that for $40, and I can have it tomorrow.
Dude, do it right now. Get it tomorrow and enjoy the weekend watching it. Especially with all the special features they have on there, where it's like bloopers and all kinds of other fun shit they have. So
just be prepared, though. They interview Kathleen Kennedy.
Like I said, there's only one thing from Back to the Future that I have to have, and that's the Stoltz cut. I want that. I know it's not a finished movie, but I know it's fucking mostly finished, and I want to watch it.
Hey, Kendo, what I think would be a smart money move is if they were to sign whatever license they need to do to get Eric Stoltz.
Just give him that fucking mask. Be like, look, it's yours. You have it.
There you go, Rocky Dennis.
Tell him how great of a job he did in Memphis Belle. I'm good with that.
But I wouldn't mind if they were to use CGI to fill in the gaps, do whatever they got to do, even if they have to do it on the cheap with a little computer-aided AI. I don't give a shit. Just to make Back to the Future the Stoltz cut, which they're not going to alter the movie, but if it's like, oh, we need to edit his head or do this, and they can do it that way.
I don't even want that. No, just get Eric Stoltz to do it now. And just be like, look, 40 years ago, we tried to make this movie with you, and it just didn't work out. How would you like a second chance?
I liked him better in Anaconda, really.
For sure.
Yeah. All right, guys, we have a couple questions for sports related stuff. Then we're going to read these out of order. I know I got to get to a psychic extraordinary in a minute, but Xavier to God, excuse me, says everybody ate on LeBron. Watch Duncan, Curry, Dirk. LeBron's got GOAT status is a bunch of false narratives pushed by the media, and he's an underachiever. The league protects him because they chose him to be the face of the NBA, but he didn't really hold his end. LeBron is probably the most successful loser. How do you guys feel about that? I'm not a basketball guy or a golfer.
That's the internet shit. That's the internet.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, I get it, but the dude is now 40 and still playing at an all-star level. I don't know what else we need to see. You know what I mean?
It's one of those things that it's like the extreme reaction to the action of people putting the crown on LeBron to be the greatest ever. Do I want to call him the greatest ever? Probably not, just because I have my, roots in the 90s, and the greatest ever is probably John Stockton. But that's neither here nor there.
I'm mad at that.
Is he the logo?
No, that's Jerry
West.
Oh, okay.
But so that's where we're at now, is like, as much praise as they want to give LeBron, people are starting to clap back against that essentially. And it's like, no, here's why LeBron's not the GOAT. Mainly because they just don't like. My whole thing is, look, here's why LeBron's not the GOAT. Space Jam 2.
That movie was so bad that Dion imagined me next to him.
Yeah, seriously. I was like, I thought Nick was there. Like, no, it was just that bad. You wanted more people that you like to offset that shit.
I love hearing that story so much because Dion legitimately thought I was there, even though I was like 100 miles away.
You were in Michigan.
Yeah,
I was
with me.
I was. Oh god,
we had to pick up some special party favors.
I know who was there. It was me, Dion, Hillary, Dan.
Yep.
My wife, and I think Pete was there, and his wife.
Yep.
That's who was all in the room. And the movie was so bad that between the number of times Dion and I just looked at each other like, seriously? It was Dion seeing ghosts of Nick Utam somewhere in there.
We were watching it in my room. And in my mind, I'm looking at Kendo, and then I'm looking at Nick, and I'm just like, he wasn't there. My brain was like, you need more people you like here.
Yeah. You need to be able to give the look of, I know what you're thinking, and you know what I'm thinking too, besides that guy.
God damn.
Apparently, when Dion hallucinates, he thinks of me.
Well, I fucking love you, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I don't be lying when I say that shit.
Calm down, Mike Larry.
Let's see. Now we'll go back. He's got a okay. Let's leave the LeBron
one. You are one of my bad boys, Nick. I would. We ride together. We die together, dog. Don't think I'm gonna let that reference just go because I need to get a beer.
All right, you bad boys for life.
Bad boys for life. Bullshitters for life.
Oh my
Yeah. Dude, hold on. It's we ride together, we die together. World class for life. That's our
World
phrase.
class for life.
There we go.
Hell yeah.
Darian, we're going to read your message about LeBron first, and then we'll go backwards and get into the wrestling stuff. His name is LeBron. I was against the name at first, but the missus had a real soft spot for prima donnas who will never be as good as Michael Jordan.
Jeez.
What is that from? It's a quote. Let me look that up real quick because that's actually pretty fucking. That's a good burn.
Yeah.
No.
Is that Clerks too?
No, LeBron James wasn't
Oh.
relevant in
Clerks.
Clerks.
Yeah, the
LeBron
prima
was only in
donnas
the
will
league
never
for
be
like
as
2
good
or
as
3
Jordan.
years.
No, yeah. That's not. I thought he might have been talking about somebody else. Damn,
Maybe it was-
I know
maybe it was
that.
Clerks
Yeah,
three.
that last part was getting prima donnas will never be Jordan.
Oh,
Fuck.
we're the Millers.
Yes.
We're the
what it
Millers.
Yes.
Not a bad
That was
movie.
a good movie.
Not a bad movie. Yeah.
I like underrated. People who shit out
I
of that
do
movie.
love. I do really love Jason Sudeikis. He is really funny.
Yes.
Dude, that was such a. I saw that one in theaters and don't
We
regret
did too. Hill and I went and saw that, man.
Yeah.
I love
Jason
it. I love
Sudeikis
it.
is fucking hilarious. He's still, once again, good old fashioned orgy with him and Tyler Labine. Hilarious movie. Go watch it.
Shrubbles away. We'll close out with the Mr. Cleo question because I have an answer for your P.O. Box question. So we're going to make you wait just a smidge more, but I appreciate all you do for us, man. All right, guys, it's time to talk about the Royal Rumble, everyone's favorite pay-per-view. Now, I have been a WWE, just a wrestling fan since 1999. And normally every year, the Royal Rumble is the most exciting night of the year because it's the one time where there's actual suspense. Not just like, look, you can say that the outcomes are predictable, and I understand that. But you never know the order number. You never know the surprises. You never know exactly what the match is going to be. This isn't Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, which you know it's going to be, or Cody Rhodes versus Roman 2, where you know he's going to finish the story. It's the Rumble, and you never know where it's going to go. So we're going to talk about the Royal Rumble. And for those who are listening that don't know, it's a wrestling match with 30 guys. And every 90 seconds, the match starts with 2 people in the ring. Every 90 seconds, a new guy comes out, and the only way you can eliminate is to throw him over the top rope. If you win the match, you get a title shot in the main event at WrestleMania. It's like the Super Bowl of pro wrestling, but I've explained enough. Now, this year, there's not a lot of hype. If you go and listen to the online discourse, not just on Twitter and social media, but through other content creators on YouTube, you're finding that a lot of people are not excited for this year's Rumble. It's kind of an afterthought. And I'm feeling that way too. So before we dive into this, Dion, Kendo, even Nick, have you guys heard anything about the Rumble to get you pumped?
No, not officially.
No,
I mean,
man.
The only thing keeping me pumped about the Rumble is my expectation of who I think is going to win. But other than that, no. I mean, I know this new era of the WWE has me feeling, right now WWE is closer to what McDonald's is. Like, it's a brand name that we recognize, and the shit that comes out, sometimes it's pretty good. Most of the time, it's pretty meh. And ever since this, the ups and downs of 2025, going to 2026, especially now that we know where the Rumble is at too, obviously, it's just going into it. I'm just not excited. I'm just hoping that the 2 Rumble matches make up for the lack of build that we're getting for it.
Oh, dude, all 4 matches on the show, 2 of them being Rumbles.
No.
Kendo, before I jump into anything you want to say?
I just don't care. Like, the whole idea that I have to spend $30 to watch it, it's just like, Dion and I have been talking about this for the last week, but in terms of the UFC thing, because UFC's pay-per-views are now on Paramount Plus.
Mm-hmm.
And even though Paramount Plus has gone up in price, we've had this conversation a long time ago, which was they could even come out with the whole $19 a month super sex nuts Paramount plan, and it's still better than the pay-per-view model because still $20 for a pay-per-view is fine. And I saw people, they were pissing and moaning about, oh, why do I got to watch ads between the UFC fights? It's like, you're paying $8 for a pay-per-view that usually costs like 70 or 80. So let's calm down. But ESPN's gone the other direction with that. We went from spending $9.99 on the network to get all the pay-per-views to then we had to go to the cock, which was anywhere between $5 or $10 to watch the pay-per-views. And now ESPN's like, okay, all right. So they Leroy Jenkins their way in there to say $30 a month to watch pay-per-views. And it's like, unless you have nothing else to do but sit around watching ESPN all the fucking time, the $30 a month ain't worth it. So why would I spend $30 to watch the pay-per-view at 1 o'clock in the afternoon or noon or whatever the hell it is here? When it's Saturday, right?
Yep.
Yeah, at 2 p.m. or to 11 a.m. where you are.
So what I could do on Saturday is instead I can get up, have some breakfast fun time with the family and everything, and then I can just kind of lay around for the afternoon and wait till about 2:30 because for $8 I get to turn on UFC because they got another pay-per-view this weekend, and I can watch that instead.
Well, the one thing you guys don't do that I do is I just turn on my VPN. I don't pay $30 a month for ESPN. I do have Netflix. I hit the VPN on here. I broadcast it to my television. I'm not really spending any more money for wrestling. And I learned it from Stephanie McMahon. So thanks, Steph. I owe you one. No, but our friend Just Joe has been patiently waiting. He says, my Royal Rumble prediction. I got Bianca Belair winning the Women's Rumble. Jacob Fatu wins the Men's Rumble. Chris Jericho makes his big return. And former Powerhouse he's got a name on this channel. Power Bottom Hobbs makes his debut. And Gunther will retire AJ.
Well, like, I mean, you know, a couple of weeks ago, you showed me pictures of where it's happening, and I'm still worried about that because I think it's hilarious. Like, I don't think it's gonna happen. It's gonna be funny to see how it goes, though. Really, like, you know, like they've shoehorned this whole thing, and they've tried to, you know, appease the Saudis and, you know, get some oil money, you know. But it's just I don't know, man. It's not good. It's not good.
Well, I guess I need a VIP in my phone this weekend so that way I can watch the Rumble and then watch UFC, which will probably be a better show.
Yeah, I feel like it will be.
Is UFC that same night?
Yeah. Yeah, they got back-to-back pay-per-views. The UFC, and the best part is it's in Australia, but it still starts at like 6 o'clock in the evening here. So it's still the normal start time here. Because instead of starting it for their prime time and dicking us over, they're like, oh, no, we've got a way better we've got a huge audience. We're going to start it in the afternoon because the people back home need to watch it for prime time. So we got that going. Dana White going to bat again, you know, for the fans, apparently, I guess. Maybe. So for now. So yeah, like the prelims come on.
So they get that John Jones, Francis Ngannou fight.
Yeah, so they got like 5 cards on the undercard for like last Saturday's pay-per-view was fucking great outside of the the one match that the dude clearly lost, but somehow he won.
I'm just clicking on Paramount Plus to realize I have all this and I have not upgraded. I don't want to upgrade for you. I won't upgrade for UFC. I thought I had access to it. I was like, cool, I'll watch some UFC. Nope. I'm not paying for it.
Yeah.
I'll
dude, all these things. Yeah, all these VOD services can go blow themselves, man. I fucking hate them. They've all become too big now. They cost too much money. They've even like trying to convince you that they can, you know, give you 4K on your TV from over the internet. Like that's not going to happen. Sorry.
Streaming wars, boys.
Yeah.
Dude, we were in the thick of it 5 years ago.
No, this is
just the next theater of operations.
This is where we're at the height of it now. 5 years ago was when it was starting, you know, especially when UFC first moved to ESPN Plus. I had ESPN Plus. And the Kendo's point, I have ESPN Plus, which is still technically a thing, and I technically use it all the time. And I'm not spending $30 for ESPN, so that tells you where ESPN is as a product. But now, you know, you have, you know, Warner Brothers getting bought by a streaming service.
Well, no, did you?
That's where the war began. We're in full swing now because now cable is trying to come back through Xfinity and shit, you know. But it's gonna get wild.
Yeah, but did you hear that the owner of, I think the CEO or the owner of Netflix has to go up to Congress in like a couple of days and convince them why they should let the merger go through.
Yep, and what's his name from Paramount was trying to force a buy for them to get Warner Brothers.
Yep.
So, you know, this is the streaming wars because they're trying to buy up all their shit and get all these libraries, you know, so they can obviously own them, but charge us and, you know, edit them down to certain shit. You know, that's why, you know, when we were saying it, you know, was it 3 years ago when Disney went into that, you know, had bought Hulu or whatever, and they were doing that triple deal. They were trying to get out ahead of this shit. So it's fucking wild, man. The streaming wars they're lobbing artillery back and forth right now.
No, they are, and like I've seen over the past this last year, anyways, in 2025, piracy go way up.
Yep,
all of a sudden.
That's where the war is, right? Because people who want shit and really want shit nowhere to go on the internet, So that's why, especially in June of this year, when the WWE did WrestlePalooza, and don't get me wrong, right? Like, so just show a little bit behind the curtain for you guys who listen all the time, like. We legitimately watch this shit, right? So if shit isn't great, I'm just gonna, for wrestling shit, I'm just gonna text my boys or whatever. But Jeff and I were just like, I'm not getting the fucking ESPN app. You know what I mean? And that was a real thing. And even though they did certain, I think it was 1.9 on Netflix, ESPN was not happy with the turnout for WrestlePalooza.
No,
they were not happy with that.
And then you got other places calling them out. I know, was it Sports Illustrated? No, ESPN gave it a bad review, or was it Sports Illustrated gave WrestlePalooza a bad review?
Mm-hmm.
And then people are trying to say, oh, well, Tony Khan and Warner Brothers owned Sports Illustrated. And I think I read an article that said they had been bought off or sold off to another place. So it wasn't even that. Like, I didn't want to start out, bitching about the Rumble. This is a weird thing. Like, you're talking, Nick, about the arena not being finished. And then while we were on the air, across my feed came photos of Rhea Ripley in a hijab and all these other things. And I think I realized what I'm not liking is this just feels like a propaganda piece sold as wrestling. It's nothing to do with just the Saudis. It's wrestling itself is propaganda for corporate, like overwrought commercial garbage entertainment. It's not about like wanting pirate radio and all this punk shit. It's like literally I can't watch a 2-hour show without being bombarded by video packages and commercials every 4 minutes, to the point where I was trying to watch Raw the other day, and here I was sitting in the chair, I was comfortable. I was like, you know what? One more fucking commercial and I'm done. And then the middle of the match got a commercial, turned off the show. I didn't watch CM Punk fight AJ Styles. I just said, you know what?
Dude.
I Googled it the next day, and it's like CM Punk beat or won by a DQ or some dumb shit. And I went, that's as far as I need to take it.
Yeah, I mean, that's why last year I built my server, and I'm keep saying it because like I hope other people do it, because trust me, it's worth the money, worth the investment. You do it once, and you at least have the device for 10. It's good for 10 years, And I'm constantly putting things on there. I'm constantly re-downloading.
What happens after 10 years?
Then you should probably upgrade. That's all I'm saying.
I thought you were going to say it was like it becomes sentient, and then it
becomes sentient.
Turns into Freddy Krueger, and then it gets into your brain and makes you just watch the same shit over and over again. You're like,
I do that. I have nearly 1,000 movies on there, and I watch like the same 3 over and over again.
Yeah, well, it does it in a torturous way, Nick.
Yeah, but no, and I'm glad I spent the money and did it, because I don't need any more of the VOD stuff. I have all the movies I want, and if I want them, I'll just go acquire them by other means. I just I don't care anymore, and I hope more people are convinced to do that. And if you have friends or anybody else who has access to one or has one that they can put you onto, get on it, man. It's worth it. It really is, because us not having control of the media of the media we like to watch and things like that is bullshit. Like the thing they said a couple of years ago, you'll own nothing and be happy. Like that is bullshit. Fuck them for that. Fuck them for saying that. I'm sorry, no more.
Don't apologize.
This subscription service model for everything, even like the seat warmers, is bullshit. I'm sorry, and it shouldn't happen. We shouldn't accept it, and we should not do it at all. I hope to God that there are people out there trying to like hack that shit and telling people on YouTube on how to do it and get over on it and things like that, because that's what we need.
No,
we need to not
too busy making videos showing how to kids to blow up their Chromebooks.
Oh, God.
Is that a real thing?
Well, listen, to make you feel a little bit better, Nick, for a lot of these streaming services, the numbers aren't there. Right?
No, they're not. So they're not.
To make you feel, and that's why you will always be my revolutionary brother. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But that's why the pay-per-view model changing was huge, right? So like for the UFC, for Kendo and I, like $8 for the numbered events for the UFC is huge, because the UFC was just at a place where they were like, hey, $80 pay-per-view, It doesn't matter what time of the year it is. It is $80
every fucking month.
Yeah, fuck you, $80. And now they're in a position where the fights have to be good enough for all these viewers to come to Paramount, right? You know, that's a numbers. They have to have the view numbers, and it's $8, baby. You know, and to your point, especially with shit like Disney and Netflix, you know, buying shit up, right? Like you have to have a subscriber base. You have to, because pay-per-view, you can't the outside of rentals for Amazon and YouTube, you have to have for live events. If you're streaming, motherfuckers ain't paying over $30 anymore. We're just for the quality of what we're getting. The consumer is just not doing it, and you have to have higher quality product to justify the VOD model. And a lot of providers are falling short, big dog.
Dude, most providers are falling short. I feel like my money goes nowhere in entertainment unless I'm buying shit from the past or physical media or books. I sound like the biggest nerd in the world, but I bought more books over the last calendar year than I bought anything. And I read them and I have enjoyed them. Like you said, Nick, you want to own shit. Fuck this. You'll own nothing and like it. No, I want a physical copy. I want to read it over and over, and I don't want to have to ask or use the internet. Or sometimes I just want to like chill in the bed or go over there, or do this and that, and just enjoy my book. Not sit fucking
dude. Even when we were in Florida, we were able to stream 1,000 Ways to Die and watch that like drunk off our asses eating ice cream sandwiches on that big fucking couch.
And we watched Executive Decision.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that should be a rule. Every time we get together, we need to watch 90s action films.
Dude, I'm down. I'll start making sure I have them in higher qualities now and have more of them.
Hey, we got 2 months until our con, March 26th to the 29th, folks. Be there, Lexington, Kentucky. I say, like, when we're at the Airbnb, we should have an action movie, like, hub. Always one on the TV. Even if we're not really watching it, it's just like, oh, man, Lethal Weapon 3 is on. Sweet, I'll be right back.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm pretty sure I have all the lethal weapons on there. I want to see I do. I have to check and make sure. I'm pretty sure they're all on there.
If you don't, I always got them on disc. You can rip.
There we go. But yeah, I'm not a fan of this whole thing. Even now with like music, people are starting to buy CDs more because they figured out they're like half to the quarter of the price of vinyl, and then they can be ripped to a digital. They can be ripped to your own online thing or your phone or whatever, and be listened to that way. So CDs are coming back too because they're easily put onto a digital format at a really high bit rate. And it's happening slowly. It's they just are not going to talk about it or report it at all. Like the same thing I said with piracy. It was huge in the middle of last year. It was insane to see how big it had gotten again.
And that was what was running the UFC to Paramount into this new model, because Dana White, that's why people love making fun of Dana White. But that dude is a boxing promoter through and through. He will say bullshit, but so many MMA fans are internet savvy. So him, for one of the big things was, we found one streamer that we're going after, and we're hoping that he tries to stream the pay-per-view. Then you don't hear shit, and it's like, oh, we helped get streamies down. And it's like, bitch, he doesn't even understand the concept of streaming sports on the internet. This is so for people coming up with what you're talking about, that's not some, it is do or die for them now, because people aren't going to pay for it per view. They're just going to stream, pirate, and store that shit. And what are you to do to combat that? It has to be better. And they're being forced to make better product. And the WWE is fucking struggling. No matter what Triple H says going into the Rumble about surprises and shit, like, he is mad about every show has to be good, and then our major programs have to be better, because he's a Vince McMahon disciple, where we'll half-ass all the lower stuff and expect them to watch the bigger shows. And especially now that they're on ESPN, that ain't how it ever worked, baby. And your fucking father-in-law was wrong when he did the shit. And this is what got his ass in trouble. And it's watching them try to shift to making the product better on the fly. they're struggling. And
Oh,
that's
dude,
they got the Rumble, baby.
You know what would be the best surprise he could give us? A great show.
Oh. Don't ask for too much, Kendo.
That's a surprise. I don't need Jericho returning or Power Bottom Hobbs or what I
Power Bottom Hobbs
that I would plunk the $30 for right now when I make my Rumble prediction, or what I would like to see. Just give me a pay-per-view that nobody on the internet that most people on the internet aren't bitching about. That I can look at the results and go, that looked like a good match. That looked like a good match. That looked like a good match. That looked like, man, that would probably have been a good show to watch. Give me that. That's the surprise. That would be the surprise. It's something where I go, holy shit, I should start watching wrestling again. Do that. There you go. There's your surprise. That's the surprise.
I would be genuinely surprised if that ever happened.
Notes. Do that.
I have a feeling we'll be very whelmed at this pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It happens. We're whelmed.
The crowd will be hot because there'll be a gunpoint.
That's true.
It'll be what it is.
I was looking at my phone because we mentioned Power Bottom Hobbs. The reason I continually call him that is I've called him that to his face, and he got really fucking mad and tried to start a fight. Like, not like wrestler getting heat hot. Like, it was like trying to like grab at us and like wanting us to fight, but I kept calling him Power Bottom Hobbs to his face. All I got is a picture of him, but we were on AEW. Like, we got ringside seats because I know people say like AEW is great and this and that. I don't hate AEW, but here's a factual thing. When they come to Cincinnati, which is a major wrestling market, they can't sell out a tiny arena. So they give you free seat filler tickets, and they let us sit literally behind the commentators for free, and there were still open seats. Like, it was a great show, and I had a great time, but AEW ain't moving the needle. And did you see how everyone's talking about with the merger, Warner Brothers, everyone's like, well, isn't Netflix going to now host AEW? And the answer is no, because there's a no compete clause under contract. So AEW is probably going to lose its streaming home within a year or two whenever the deal's finalized. And then I think the company's just going to stop operating. Like, they're not going to be able to just WWE's going to steamroll them in a way that sucks.
They're going to be a YouTube indie fed.
But Tommaso Ciampa just signed, bro.
So
honestly, their best bet is to either go to YouTube, or to try to make their own website to where they can stream their own stuff. That's the only way to do it.
Or fire all the dudes, hire all the chicks, and have them wrestle naked. Then you might actually get something out of it.
Tony Storm, I'll watch that.
Listen. If they exclusively went to OF, nobody's gonna be mad about that.
They'd be fine.
Nobody's gonna be mad about that. In fact, they could probably bring their wrestling just to OF and not have porn on there. Like, and they could still do that model.
Or they could do it both ways. Ladies wrestling on OF, men's wrestling on Grindr.
Kendo out here trying to hit both demographics.
Sell both markets.
Yeah,
Can you blame him, though?
Yes. Yeah, Kendo's trying to sell all the sex to everybody who wants
it.
It.
What are we doing here?
Now, let's actually give some of our answers, because I'm having a great time. I was born out at the beginning of the show. Now I got new life. I found that second win, as the Mandarin talks about. So let's give some predictions here. Who do you think is going to win the Royal Rumble female edition? He says Bianca. I say Liv Morgan.
That one chick.
Bianca.
Does Charlotte have a belt?
No.
Is she currently wrestling?
Yes.
Charlotte.
She's been in a tag team with Alexa Bliss for a while.
Yep.
Who do you got winning the men's? He says Jacob Fatu. I'm going to go with who I think's going to win, not who I want. I say Roman Reigns.
Ooh, I'm going with LA Knight's going to win.
That's who I want to win.
So I saw that Bork Laser apparently is coming back.
Yep.
And here's what I want to happen. I want it to be Royal Rumble 2020 where Bork Laser's running roughshod, throwing everybody out. And it gets down to who's number 30. All that's left is Bork Laser. Anybody that comes out here, it's either Bork Laser or this guy going to WrestleMania. And you hear, listen up, slap nuts. And Jeff Jarrett comes out from under the ring. Kabong! Lesnar over the rope. Jarrett is going to WrestleMania. That won't happen. That would get me $30. I'll pay $30 for that one. But what it is Rogaine Ramirez.
Rogaine Ramirez. Oh my god, I love it.
Outside of Jericho's return, first off, do we think Jericho comes back? Everybody, yes or no? I say no.
No.
Sometimes.
He's been married for 30 years, so I don't know. I don't even know what it means. No, I was
about to say, what do you mean by that? What's going on?
I don't know half the time, Nick. I'm just making it up as I go. I don't think there's going to be any I don't think Jericho will show up because I get it that Saudi Arabia and all that stuff, but I think what their big surprise is going to be is Rikishi or just somebody of that caliber where you're like, oh man, they really got Hacksaw Jim Duggan to come out.
They'll deliver on what the Saudi Prince wanted. We'll get Yokozuna and the Ultimate Warrior. That'd be a surprise.
Dude, they always said the Ultimate Warrior was 3 different dudes. What if we find out it really is secretly?
Yeah, it's that's what they should do. They should treat it like Doink the Clown. Like anybody could be the Ultimate Warrior so long as you're in really good shape.
Power Bottom Hobbs should be the Ultimate Warrior because that dude's in great shape.
I'd watch that. You know what? I would buy that. I'd be like, huh.
Wait, hold on. What is that dude's wrestling name again?
Powerhouse Hobbs.
Powerhouse.
Oh yeah, Powerhouse Hobbs.
So if we ever go to a show and we're very close on the TV side and he's wrestling, I'll hold up a sign that says Power. Somebody next to me will hold up a sign that says Bottom, and then the other one will say Hobbs. And we'll carry them in separately. We'll walk into the arena separately because it'll be like, oh, you have a sign that says Bottom. No one's gonna think it's bad. It'll be like, oh yeah, Rock Bottom, that type of thing. But I want to get us on TV with signs that say Power Bottom Hobbs just to fucking troll that guy. Help me make that dream happen, folks.
Well, I'm putting on his Twitter right now.
I want to find him in public. It's Power Bottom Hobbs.
Watch him supposed to be a special entrant, and Nick infuriates him so bad that he wigs out at the airport.
He's just not any good.
And we've tagged him, Power Bottom Hobbs, and it's sent. So you're welcome, and I'm sorry.
Big jack dude.
He won that brass ring in 2022.
Yeah, that's true.
Sure. We have our friend Darian217 as a very generous super chat. Darian, thank you very much for all you do for the channel. He says, WWE equals worst wrestling company for preserving history. I agree. 1, WWE covered the WWF logo on the Masters. Yeah. 2, the audio dub over the original WCW videos like Jericho's entrance theme with the Y2J music, WWE intro. 3, censoring by Peacock. 4, now censoring by Netflix. Yeah. Dude, yeah. I hate that they've altered the master tapes because legally they don't have to censor stuff anymore, but they were in such a goddamn rush to sell you DVDs that they couldn't just put other shit out and then edit it. No, they got to edit it permanently. That's garbage, dude. Because Nick, the weird thing is you'll be watching a match or a promo with The Rock, and The Rock would always say WWF champ, but now it just says The Rock will forever be champ. They don't even get the word "the" there; they just go "champ," and edit. It's like a really bad edit.
Yeah, so it's like a really, it's almost like it's like a really shitty TBS edit.
Yeah,
and the thing is, they didn't even have to do that. Like the lawsuit with the World Wild Fund, they had to just stop using WWF.
Dude, that was funny as shit that they lost that. That was hilarious that they lost that.
There was something else. They didn't have to cover up all the logos and everything because anything that was free that was protected or some shit, and WWE just steered too fucking hard into it and we're covering everything up. It's
that's a Vince McMahonism though.
Yep.
Because I believe that Vince was so scarred by the steroid trial and almost going to jail that he just any kind of lawsuit shit, they go over the limit so they don't have to deal with anything. It's just the WWE way, man. Darian, though, I also hate that the WCW, I don't know how they didn't get sued for the songs they use. Their music, Self High Five.
Jericho's totally not Even Flow.
Oh my
Raven's
God.
definitely not Come As You Are.
Yeah. DDP's totally not Nirvana as well. Yeah.
Dude, even the Outsiders, they use a song that sounds just like Seal's Crazy, which is a great song, but they were all a note away from being sued. So I do understand why they wouldn't have the WCW music in, because the WCW ripped it off too. Like
it was the Vanilla Ice principle. Theirs goes dun 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 dun, but theirs went ding 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 ding. That was the difference.
And mine goes ding ding.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, it's still 80% the same. Pay them their fucking royalties. You don't hear MC Hammer bitching to Rick James, I gotta pay this motherfucker. No, he paid him, and Rick James did cocaine with that money. But cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Exactly.
God.
Oh, I showed my mom that Rick James Party All the Time video. Not the video, but the Mad TV skit. And she had never seen it before. That is one of the best moments of skit television ever. I'll be outside, man. Phil Lamar is Rick James. I'll be right back. I think, people are asking about certain things, and they want us to do a Vince impression later, which we'll get to. If I could do a perfect impression, I would pick Eddie Murphy. That'd be the most fun for me. What would you pick if you could do a spot-on impression of any celebrity?
Oh, shit. If me, specifically how I look, if I could do a spot-on Arnold impersonation, I wish I could do that. That'd be dope.
Oh, no.
I really
we
like
can all do.
to.
I guess I should have picked The Rock, since people say I look like his cousin. If I could do the voice, it'd be a lot cooler, but no. I don't even think I look like
the best one I can do is Sylvester Stallone, because that's easy. You just have to pretend like you got brain damage. And then the best impressions I ever did in my life was me doing impressions of Dana Carvey and his characters of him doing impressions on Saturday Night Live. Because like when I was a kid, I was always walking around like doing church lady and pretending to be his version of George Bush at school and getting yelled at about that. But yeah, I was like, not gonna do it. Wouldn't be pretty. So it's like I'm impersonating Dana Carvey, impersonating George Bush. That's what I would do, and that's what I was good at.
You never told us that story. You've been on this show for almost 10 years. We've never heard that story.
Oh, dude, as a kid, I would watch Saturday Night Live. So like 8-year-old me's going to school and like kids would say, I'd be like, isn't that special? And just fucking doing shit like that and just getting in trouble at school for fucking pretending to be Dana Carvey on Saturday Night Live.
How's your Garth Algar impression?
I'm not as good at Garth. I was better at just pretending to be the fucking president of the United States in 1991. And it wasn't even the president. It was Dana Carvey doing the president of the United States.
You should do a prank call. You should call
Kendo can do impression inception.
Yeah, or like Ross Perot. I started doing his Ross Perot too, and then like
oh my god, fucking Ross Perot. Oh Jesus.
I would do it at like family functions. People thought it was hilarious, and I'm like, I'm just literally ripping off Dana Carvey. I'm 9 years old, and I'm just fucking stealing Dana Carvey's material.
You make me proud, Kendo. You make me proud. Darian, thank you for your generous super chat. Yeah, I hate the censoring, man. If I can find exactly what they cut out of The Rock's promo, because it wasn't audio, it was like a weird black screen, but then they cut the Mick Foley all bloody and beaten up, so it wasn't chair shots either. It was, I don't know, it was objectionable. Excuse me. Xavier got asked, what's your favorite Royal Rumble elimination and botch?
Elimination. I'm going to go with the Gene Snitsky, Paul London, inside out clothesline. And then botch, I got to go with this Cena Batista botch because it led to the double quad tear. It's just
double quad tear.
You didn't hear about that, Nick?
No, that I know. I've seen the video from you guys because it's Vince coming in and like he's sitting down yelling at them. He's like,
yep.
And this is like because like he can't fucking move.
Oh my god.
Burritos and sneezing. I fucking hate him. You know?
Yeah. You know more about Vince than you let on. You are one of us.
Oh god. Well, you guys told me that story about him, like about that, and I'm just like, yeah, that sounds like him. And I didn't believe you until like you showed me the video of somebody talking about it. I was like, this motherfucker is crazy. He is batshit fucking crazy, and he runs a $1 billion company. This is par for course.
Yeah.
To answer your question, Xavier, I will say my favorite botch is also the Cena Batista one because it's awesome, and my favorite elimination is the Rock Big Show. I just think that's cool. He's got him up on his shoulder. He goes to run over the top, holds on, pulls himself back. I know they say that his feet touch the floor, but in reality, that's one of the dumbest layers to a story ever. If I could rebook it for 2 seconds, it's Rock wins the Rumble, fights Triple H, then you move on. This whole Big Show bullshit and No Way Out and Vince and Stephanie and Linda and Shane, WrestleMania 2000 sucks. End of rant. Kendo, anything you want to add for your botch and elimination?
My favorite elimination was Bret Hart throwing out Stone Cold Steve Austin, who then immediately got back in the ring and pretended like he never lost, which gave us WrestleMania 13 and Bret versus Stone Cold. And it also gave us that like fatal 4-way Undertaker, Stone Cold, Bret Hart, I think Vader match. That was awesome at the next pay-per-view. And my favorite botch is Titus O'Neil fucking sliding head first into home underneath the ring apron. Because it's one of those things that it was the greatest meme that could ever happen. It was one of the best live moments you could ever happen. It was one of the, did he really mean to do that? Because it's Titus O'Neil. And because Titus O'Neil seems to be like one of the really genuine good dudes of the world, that it rolled right off his back and no one slayed him for it. Everyone loved it. And it was a thing.
That was great. I was watching that with Phil live and I spit out my beer. Whatever happened to Darren Young? Remember when he was an ambassador for wrestling too?
Yep.
He left WWE and he bounced around for a little bit. And I don't know what he's doing.
Do you care?
He does like real estate now or something.
Maybe.
Well, as long as he's healthy, that's all I care about.
He's alive. So you got that going for you.
Which is nice. Xavier DeGod also asks thoughts on Gunther retiring AJ. I don't feel like it's the right time.
I love the storyline, but I don't think AJ's not going to lose. I love listen, Gunther is the perfect heel right now, but AJ's probably going to wait until SummerSlam or something.
I think WrestleMania will be his swan song, and I don't think Gunther's the guy to be his last match. Gunther's story, like, is the guy that retired the greatest of all time. If he just starts retiring everybody, it's not that exciting because it's predictable. Right. Like, even the Legend Killer ran its course rather quickly. Like, people forget. They like, this is what I was trying to make a point with earlier when we were talking about the 90s revisionism of what a 90s kid was. It's more, my complaint is people are just trying to reinterpret history because they're ignorant to what went down. And so it's like, you know, Legend Killer Orton is cool for like a year and then it falls off. If Gunther keeps going to be a legend, like a retirer, you got like the rest of this year. And if that's continually his angle, he's going to be put into a box and he'll never really do like, it'll just like, it works to me. It works better if he's just the guy that retired John Cena, the GOAT. It's like, yes, that's it. That's my thing. And then he just goes on to be a dominant heel. Just don't feed him everybody because that's the WWE problem. They do the same shit over and try to sell it to you like it's exciting, and it's not. So yeah, that's my take on it. Let's see. We're reading all the wrestling ones in order, and then we're gonna get to the other ones before we close it out. Xavier God also says LA Knight or Punk should win the Rumble. Well, Punk isn't in the Rumble, is he?
He's champion.
Yeah. So I want LA Knight to win. That's my favorite current wrestler. I mean, over here, got LA Knight the action figure. Yeah. So
yeah.
You know,
Punk's champion, so he's not winning it. I'm almost worried that they're going to try to make somebody win it. That would be like a huge in-ring thing for the Saudis. That's why I'm worried about Rogaine Ramirez.
Yeah, I don't mind when they do international shows, but you cannot cater your entire calendar year to the Saudi people. Like,
no.
The rules should be like, you get the show, you don't book the show. Like, we're not looking. It's the one time I'd be like, WWE needs to step up and be like, look, we are wrestling. You are here. We're happy to be here, but we're going to put on the show for you. Because, like,
you are a fan. You're no different than the other fans.
Dion, it should have been a telling thing when the guy was like, I want Yokozuna. It's like, bro, he died in 2000. Like,
he's been dead for a while there, bud. And the Ultimate Warrior, he's been not dead as long, but
no.
Still pretty dead.
Still very dead. The men's Royal Rumble match has only 17 of 30 entrants announced as of today, and the match is tomorrow if you're listening to this That's the Eastern time zone. And that leaves it up to 13 mysterious entrants. But is that really going to happen? And then the women's Rumble is the same situation, 17 out of 30.
I don't think
they're
the
waiting
women
for SmackDown, which is annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's live from Saudi Arabia. It's like, we're going to get them so excited.
Yeah.
Ooh, Refrigerator Jax is in it.
Oh,
She
sorry.
hurt
When
somebody.
I thought you said Refrigerator Jackson, and I'm like, is that a football player? No, sorry.
No, that's Nia Jax, Refrigerator Jax.
It's the big bag of love is what we call her here in Cincinnati.
That's because that's what I called her. I called her the big bag of love. And then Cornette calls her Refrigerator Jax, and so I'm like, that's better.
I don't like her nor dislike her. She's just there. She's a wrestler.
She's there because of who her relative is.
Jabroni, know your role. She is so talented.
Mm-hmm.
No, she's not.
Mm-hmm.
She's just okay.
Yeah, and that's
Boring
good
most of the
enough.
time.
Hang on a second. Drew McIntyre is the undisputed WWE champion, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
So does Spunk have a different championship belt?
He's got the World Heavyweight Championship.
So he theoretically could enter the Rumble because he's not on the card.
No, it's a World Championship. So like it's the other one that gets chosen from. So they pretty much went.
Why doesn't he get into that match, win the sumbitch, and say, "I'm going to unify these motherfucking belts like a boxer"?
I mean, I'd like that. Honestly, that wouldn't be mad.
I'm just hoping Punk fucking loses. I'm hoping this LA Knight chooses Punk. Fuck him.
Because I don't think CM Punk will ever be in another Royal Rumble after he injured himself in the last one.
Yeah,
I think it's just smarter for him to
have a match. Don't be world champion every time, but have a match.
Yeah, I do think he's getting to the end of like believability, not the end of his career where he can't move. I'm not saying he's like decrepit and should retire, but I'm like, if wrestling's supposed to have a level of reality where you think, oh, this wouldn't happen or this could happen, I do think like Braun Breaker would just break his body. Like like CM Punk is not a big dude, and he's not that.
He's
strong.
the crafty veteran.
Well, he stinks, and I don't like him. Anything else you guys want to say about the Rumble? I don't think it's going to be exciting. I think it's going to be okay. Let's play a game. Over under. What do you think the amount of propaganda ads will be?
Ooh.
Yes.
Over 5?
Wait, hold on. Like propaganda ads for where they're having it.
They do that every
Yes.
Nick, they broadcast that every week on Raw. They do a thing called Riyadh Season, and there's about a minute-long commercial every single week that is just promoting Saudi Arabia like Disney would promote Disney World.
There's gonna be a lot. I think there's gonna be.
Give me the over.
10?
There's gonna be at least six to 8 commercials about it for sure.
I'll say 6 to 10 for sure, easily.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll commit to 8. I'll commit to 8 then.
'Cause I think
I'll
reality
commit to,
ends
6
in
or
March.
7.
No, I wanted to say that, but then I thought I had a brain fart. I was like, no, we're not doing that. I'm gonna commit to 8. We're doing 8.
Does Riyadh Season include Rusev Day?
No.
Rusev Day.
All I can say is right now it's the 90 degrees there, and then during July it's 190 degrees.
That's why they had the World Cup during winter when they awarded it to Qatar.
Oh, is that how that went down?
Yeah, they also had a very limited beer supply there because
there was almost certainly 100%. I have no proof of this, but a briefcase of money had to have changed hands for Qatar to get the fucking World Cup, and then to switch it from a summer event, which aligns with all global football league schedules for the most part, to switch it to a winter event, which interrupted every fucking league around the world minus like one. And I say 8 ads for Riyadh for them, like, because if they're already advertising it like Disneyland, and it's not, because they have restrictions on a lot of shit. There is a thing that they talk about in the rags on the other side of the pond about sports washing, the Middle East where they buy these teams and stuff like that, and they show off the glory of their country through sport. And Saudi Arabia is doing the exact same thing. So yes, there will be lots of propaganda pieces about come to Saudi Arabia. We're not dressed like beekeepers right now. Look, she's driving a car. I mean, they're not going to mention
Slavery is not legal. What?
Yeah, these people are totally paid.
Listen,
we welcome everybody of all faiths to our country.
Curious how progressive they are. The women just got all the women were just allowed to drive like 4 years ago.
They still got to cover up.
They still got to cover up. But they're just
no ankle. We want to see no ankle from you.
Yeah, so the strip club's gonna be real awkward.
They only have those in certain palaces.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. Who killed a journalist to get into those places.
Allegedly.
Yeah, so yeah, them trying to shoehorn people with like golf and wrestling to try to get people to to fly there and be like, oh, this is a mini amusement park. Good luck with that.
For me.
Good luck with
They'd
that.
be like, look, we will give you $1 million in gold bullion just for touching down the airport. I'm like, I think I'm gonna stay home.
Yeah, like I'd rather drive to Florida and go to Disney there and suffer through that.
I would rather go to work each day and live off my wages than get $1 million.
To a basement somewhere, chopped up and put in the furnace.
Yeah, for sure.
He fell off the roof. We don't know what happened.
He fell off the roof and fell on 43 bullets. Don't know how it happened.
Yeah, damn, and they all went off inside of his.
He was talking about how sad he was before we went up there. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, 2 of them made it to his head. It was weird through the back way. It was crazy.
Yeah. It's strange.
Science, man. We don't know how that shit works.
Yeah, no. Them shoehorning their country because they have like all. I mean, everybody in the entire world knows they just have ridiculous amounts of money and they just do all kinds of weird shit. We even know from various OF girls about the weird shit they do. So like everybody knows. So
it's just so weird that the WWE tries to tell you that it's not the case, and I don't know, man. I just feel like I feel like I'm being lied to their entire show, and I feel less invested. So that's all I'll say.
Yeah, it's going to be a wild couple of years to see how this turns out.
Well, everybody keeps saying the Saudis are going to buy this and that, and
which here's the thing: they can buy all that stuff, and you can also choose not to watch it.
Yeah.
True.
They're like we all have remotes and buttons and shit like that where we can just click it off.
I'm doing the most. I'm streaming it illegally. I'll still watch it, but you ain't getting my watch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Dion's doing it the American way.
Yeah, that's right. The revolution will be streamed, brother,
for free.
The revolution will be streamed for free through a secret Reddit link. That's how it's going to be done.
And if that one gets shut down, another one will be up shortly.
Oh, 100%. It was.
Welcome to the future.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if that's how you watch your stuff, I salute you 100%. You do it. Don't give these companies one red cent. It's fine.
That's how I used to watch AEW pay-per-views when I did. I just said, "Hey, Dion," and he would send me a message, and then I would be watching the AEW pay-per-view, and then their ring didn't explode, but the fucking dude, whose name is Eddie Kingston, sold it like he had just been blown up.
Oh my god,
He's a bum.
that scene was hilarious.
Listen,
oh my god,
that pay-per-view has a special place in my heart, obviously because the ending of just Kendo. I'm texting Kendo, I'm texting Jeff about that. That was so goddamn funny. Oh my god, and they got their money back.
Yeah.
Shit, Eddie Kingston had the height of his career, and I'm not mad at it.
No, he did his job. He sold it like it was a real thing. He
sold it like it was really.
It was sparklers and smoke bombs. It was. Oh boy.
Now hold on a second. That was shot during the pandemic when an empty arena, right?
Yes.
Why the hell would they not just? I don't know. Cut away. Let the wrestlers get out and actually blow up the ring or do something fucking cool.
Because
Tony Khan's a big
Mouse show.
No, it is a Mickey Mouse show, but I do believe Tony Khan is its greatest enemy because he's just a big kid with money, And so,
well, yeah,
I think
he totally
Tony
doesn't have any burner accounts that have been exposed recently.
Oh no, you have to tell me that whole story off air because I don't know any of it.
We will.
No, but I was gonna say, it's like Tony Khan to me is like, if you gave, like, you let fans write certain things, it's like, oh, is it really a good idea to let certain fans write certain things? You get AEW, and it's like, in theory, AEW is wrestling, and it has some cool stuff, but it also has really embarrassing moments, just like the WWE. But they swear they'll never do them. So I don't know. I'm not gonna really rip on AEW for long. I don't hate them. Their video games garbage, like literal garbage.
Oh god.
Yeah.
You guys see the price increase for the 2K video game?
Yep.
$150 fucking dollars for a video game.
What the fuck?
Not happening.
Dude,
Last
no.
year's deluxe edition was $129. That shit went up $30. It better come with a gold-plated toilet so they can kiss my ass when I sit on it. I am not spending $150 on a fucking game. Like,
no, man.
That shit better have 100 versions of The Rock. If they want my money, it's like Rock with long sideburns, short sideburns. The one time The Rock changed his boots, I put it all in the game, then I'll spend the money. Until then,
no, I am entirely comfortable playing the same 4 games I've been playing for the past 5 years now. It's okay. The ones I want to buy, I have listed in a wish list. When they go down 40% or more, I will think about buying it. If it's a little bit more and I got the money, I'll buy it. But I'm not buying these things day of anymore. I'm not pre-ordering these things day of anymore. I'm waiting until they go down in price to buy them. Fuck this. All right. Fuck all of this.
That was me with NASCAR 25. I'm like, fucking finally, like, NASCAR game's back. I'm not gonna wait until the season is over, and then I'm gonna buy it for half price, and that's what I did.
Exactly, dude. Fuck buying all the shit, all these digital games day of. They're not gonna run out of downloads. It's not gonna fucking happen.
I'm like, oh, it's not $60 anymore. Now it's $29.99. I guess I will buy NASCAR 25.
But in 10 minutes, it's the 30th of January. It means I can pre-order the game right now. Shouldn't I pre-order it on air because I'm such a big fan? Because I can't wait for a digital product that'll never go away.
Listen.
Jeff,
No.
Jeff, you know that meme I like to send you guys every now and then? Think of that meme right there of the pyramid show. That's what right there.
No. Pre-order.
Sorry, I thought of the dancing stripper midget.
Yeah. Pre-ordering has been perverted by capitalism right now. It was the best. We had pre-ordering when we were doing shit back then. That's when it was the best. The midnight releases, waiting in the mall with other fucking smelly nerds at midnight.
Bring it back.
Yeah, you know, you're all you smell is Baja Blast and fucking Taco Bell farts. Okay, it was glorious. It was glorious. We were all past our bedtime. We shouldn't have been there. As soon as the doors opened, we rushed some 15-year-old kid who was a job to be security for that fucking store in the mall. It was wild. Okay, it was the best of times. All right, now it's pre-order a fucking downloaded game. Go fuck yourself. All right.
Yeah, this might be the year they kind of pissed off like a diehard long. No, it's not the year. I stopped going to WrestleMania. I'll stop buying the games. If my friendships are built on wrestling, I'll probably stop being friends with those people. So, yeah, wrestling's coming to an end in my life. I don't think I'll be a fan by the time I'm 40.
It's really weird because, like you said, you've been to, what is it, 20 WrestleManias, if not more, right?
18
WrestleManias. 18 WrestleManias. That's not something to fucking scoff at. That's basically half your life in WrestleManias.
It's almost half of all the WrestleManias that exist.
Yeah, I mean, that's amazing. And the fact that you, being a diehard fan, like, I've gone to 2 with you, and I'm glad. It's funny because I'm the least wrestling person amongst the people you've met in Orlando. Like my brother and our doctor friend and the other guys I've known my entire life from Gatlinburg. I am the least wrestling person, but yet I've gone to 2 more WrestleManias than they ever have gone to, and they're mad at me about it. It's hilarious.
Well, because they're not my friends. Yeah,
exactly.
I don't even dislike our doctor friend. I think he's cool, and your brother's great.
Yeah,
and his wife's great.
Yeah, and
you're my friend.
Yeah, but it was like it's funny to tell them. It's like, oh yeah, I've been to WrestleMania, and they get mad at me because like I don't really care about that stuff until I started doing the podcast, and I've been to 2 of them, and they've both been like fun as hell trips, But the fact that they're killing, the fact that all these companies are killing these people and killing our, are trying to just kind of, I guess, they're trying to take all the money we have, every last penny. Is like we're all fed up of it now. We're all entirely fed up of it, and we just don't want it anymore. So
the revolution will be streams. We're gonna see how they react. That's why the Saudi thing's interesting. The the search for sweet Saudi blood money is in part
Saudi blood money
to the pirating wave, baby. You know, they're trying to find a way to get money off of us to the last second, you know. So, you know, will that, if the Saudis are the answer, is that going to last long enough? You know, so that'll be interesting, man.
Once again, I wish people would put away a lot of their bullshit and start to do things like cancel their Netflix for 3 months. Like a lot of them would, and like see what would happen, because I feel like Netflix would really like listen if people did that, but that's never going to happen.
It might. I mean, listen, it just might. Again, they're these services have put themselves in a place. They're in a corner. They have to make this money based on, the shit that they want to charge us, man. They have to. And, the numbers don't lie. You brought up a good issue with AEW. They're doing all this thing. Ciampa's now in AEW, all in and all out were great, but people aren't watching on television, period. Whatever you need to do to get motherfuckers to turn the channel in this era of professional wrestling, you are not doing, for film and movie and television retention. What are you doing to get us to pay for this shit? And a lot of places aren't doing enough. You open up the app and it breaks down. You got to constantly update all this bullshit, but you want us to pay $30 a month. You want us to pay, $25 a month. It's just, yeah, man. You guys are all hitting it. It's what are they doing to get us to give them their money? And unequivocally across whatever platform, the answer is not enough. And they got to figure that shit out.
Dude, you're 100% right, because it's, you can only milk people dry so long. And if things do get tighter, people will make those priority changes. And also, too, to bounce off the Saudi thing, if the Saudis buy up everything entertainment-wise, the ideological shift is going to blow a lot of people away. Because 100%. How open-minded people are when it comes to political political affiliation and religious affiliation, people are locked in. You are not going to be able to talk an entire nation out of any of their beliefs just because they hold the IP to whatever your shit is. So I'm just letting you know, it's like, I'm not casting judgment on anybody or what they're going to do, but I'll tell you, I can see the fucking future. And if the Saudis buy up everything will be changed. It won't sell around the world the way that we think it will. It'll be a much weirder time to be alive.
No, and then what'll happen is, I hope what'll happen is you'll have a lot of independent studios who are still, good old American studios. That'll be the new top studios. Because I hope, once again, people, will be smart enough and be able to, turn off the channel and turn off their subscriptions and go to something else. That's what I hope for. I know it'll be difficult because the Saudis will, own like all the movies we've had for the past 110 years or whatever. And that might be hard to do, but like, it's going to have to be done that way in order for us to send a message to them, like, we're done, and we have to go to a new studio and a new streaming service that doesn't have those things on there.
A24 is going to be the studio, man. They already start with the letter A. Dude,
A24, Neon, and Blumhouse, like those are the three. Those are the three small ones they're not small anymore. I want to say they're medium to big. Like they're moving, they're making numbers, they're moving, so.
You think we could get away with starting a studio called A25 and our tagline is "We're just one better"? That's it.
They can't do anything to us legally because we're different. We're A24.
You're A24. We're A25.
You told you what the difference was. Instead of A24, we're A48. Double the entertainment.
Yeah, double the boobs.
Yeah.
Honestly, we should have that. We should. Nick.
No, man, I'm down.
It wouldn't be bad to like create finding a financial way to just create schlocky, tit-filled movies on a streaming service, like an Andy Sedaris thing, where it's just like schlock, literally called Schlocktober. It's like, you want to see tits in a movie? Watch this. And everyone's like, yeah, I'll sign for this streaming service, $5 a month.
Well, yeah, starting a streaming service is easy. Like all the programs and all the background stuff is there. The tough part is getting the movies and then getting people to pay for it. Those are the two toughest things. Trust me, I've tried. I tried for 3 years to try to get one started. it didn't go through. Yeah, I really gave it my all, and like nothing. It was terrible.
That, Nick, because it was exciting. We were talking about it on the way up to a con once.
Yeah, I tried because like I went through Film Freeway, which had a bunch of like film festivals. I went through all of their previous winners. I went through new people. I went through all this stuff, and I emailed probably like 5,000 people. I got like 2 replies back.
Jesus.
Yeah,
you are way more dedicated than I am. After 100, I'd have quit.
Yeah, and I was like on like 2 or 3 Zoom calls, and like it didn't work out. They weren't interested, and they're just like, "Hey, if you get more people, give us a call. We'll definitely come on." I'm like, "Fuck, all right, whatever." So, yeah, it's rough. You have to, it's really rough to do. I mean, I'm down to help anybody to do it for sure, but like it's really rough.
Let's create a Quidditch streaming service.
Quidditch.
Oh yeah, I don't like Harry Potter. Why am I making a reference?
Yeah, it might be kind of hard to do that.
Guys, let's start closing stuff out because it's getting late. Let's do our best Vince McMahon impressions. Kendo, you're up first.
Hey, pal. God damn. Learn the chocolate titties, guy. That's good shit.
Nick?
Burritos and sneezes, how do they work?
Dion, do your best Vince.
God damn. Nick, that's some real good shit, pal.
Look at it. Look at it. He's gonna puke. He's gonna puke. He's gonna puke. And then, hold on. It's me, Austin. I just wanted to say that.
Yep.
Son of a
It's me.
bitch.
God damn, pal. Okay. Thank you, Xavier to God. That's always fun. Where is another one from wrestling related that I wanted to read before we close out stuff? We did have a couple of sports questions too. So first off, Xavier Darian says, imagine the controversy if there's a wardrobe malfunction during the 30 women Royal Rumble. The potential is there. Let's play in that for real. Let's take it seriously for a second.
Shoe?
Oh my dude.
Happened in the US.
No, let's just say seriously, they're in the middle of a match. One of the rivets on Rhea Ripley's jumpsuit gets stuck on the ring as she's falling over the top, and tit pops out and she falls into the crowd. Like, what? Like, honestly, let's play a game like that happens. What do you do? What do they do to her?
No.
She immediately gets ravaged and attacked because she was asking for it, according to Saudi Arabia.
No, what happens is the entire thing. You get the please stand by thing and the beep, like you get that for probably like 30 seconds until they like figure it out and pull everything back together and they go back to the match, or they make a statement and then like it's gone.
No, what I mean is like, what do the people do if that happens? Not how the WWE would just cut it. We know they'll cut it. I mean, like, if that actually happened, would like the WWE get in trouble with Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, they would.
Like,
they would.
Would an accident be considered a breach of contract? Would they get stuck?
There's no such thing as accidents there.
Yeah, they would. In all honesty, they'd probably put her on a private jet and like take her the fuck out of there like ASAP. That's what would happen. She would go from the ring to a private jet with her bags and then be flown the fuck out of the country.
Well, makes sense. Dion, anything you think would happen to her, or how do you think it would go down?
Listen, I think depending on if we're talking location, if that were to happen, I think immediately because of the other things going on in the country at the time, I think the police force that guards those stadiums, and I'm assuming does security inside, they snatch her up, they take her in the back, whatever detainment situation they have nearby or in the arena that they built very quickly. She sits in there, and they tell the WWE she's going to stand trial unless, and hopefully the WWE is willing to get her out of there. That's what I would assume.
Dude, if that happens, well, Rhea Ripley is very like loved, because she's
she's the number one woman.
She's hot. She's hot and she's nice.
Mm-hmm.
So if that were to happen, dude, there would be a global like they might have to call fucking the president and be like, "Yo, man, get her out of there."
Oh yeah, they could just call the president because the best
call,
friends with him.
Call SEAL Team 3 and like get her the fuck out of there.
Oh, you think they would risk that reputation for a wrestler?
Was it huge? Oh, did you touch the boob? Oh, okay. We'll get her out. It's a very big deal, very huge. They're very upset, but I took care of it.
Oh, you guys are so cute.
I mean, well, I mean, if it escalated to a certain point, they may call the president, but like I doubt it would get there. But once again, like who the fuck knows? I mean, at this point, I kind of hope it happens just so we see how this all unfolds and like how crazy it would get.
Well, if I was a business, I get it. Like you want the $250 million contract, but I would definitely be very hesitant to perform in a place like that with a business where nudity slips happen all the time. You know,
Yes.
Yep.
It's just like you're kind of putting your performers in danger. Half your roster is women, and Stephanie and her whole evolution thing. You know, remember in the beginning they didn't even go over, right? That's how it went down. The
Nope.
women didn't go.
That's how they got their own pay-per-view.
It's just
They did not go those first few trips.
And now they just wear, like, for those who are wondering what we're talking about, they wear like leather bodysuits up to their neck.
Yep.
And they'll be different colors. Like one girl's is red and the other one's black. And then they'll sometimes wear like a WWE t-shirt over the top of the bodysuit just to cover the curves. It's just so weird.
Well, you don't want to titillate those guys, Jeff.
Look, I am like into the women in wrestling. Don't get me wrong, but there's a point like during the matches where I'm actually like paying attention to the action. It's like, oh wow, Stephanie Vaquera's booty looks great, but it's also like, oh man, that was a badass move. Or like when Io Sky jumps off shit, I'm like, that's crazy. I love it. Like, I can admit that I'm a man first, but I do pay attention to their match. Sorry. Okay, sports question. Are the Patriots winning the Super Bowl without Brady? Asks Xavier to God.
No.
Not with that fucking shit stain of an offense they put out there against Denver.
Exactly.
Denver was down. They didn't even have Bo Nix.
Yeah, but Bonnie Blue could do a lot in the Super Bowl, man.
She could do
everybody in the
probably
stadium.
she could probably do the whole team, both teams, anyways.
No, I
need 1,000
challenge you.
guys
Look
in
up
a
a picture of Bo Nix. Look up a picture of Bo Nix and be like, "Oh shit, that's Guy version of Bonnie Blue," and you'll never be able to unsee it. So, dude was hurt. They didn't even have their quarterback, and they still struggled to beat the Broncos. Now, granted, the Broncos have a very good defense, but their offense behind Stidham is booty, and they still weren't able to do more than 10 points, and half of that's Sean Payton's fault. So, no, they're not beating Seattle, and somehow Sam Darnold and Dion and I are surprised that this is anybody, that Sam Darnold is pretty much dog walking the shit out of people as a quarterback this year. A couple of times. And, I think Seattle wins this one without any real issues.
Xavier God also asked, do you guys prefer CDs or streaming music?
Streaming right now.
Music a lot.
Yeah, I think streaming music is great because you got to remember the evolution of what we all lived through. So we were all born in the era when the video or the cassette tape was the thing. Yep. Then it was everybody's got a CD. Then it was everybody's got a CD burner. So you're making mixed CDs. Yep. Then the next step was the iPod's out. Oh, I don't want an iPod. Well, everything's an MP3 player. So everything became digital. Hell, even iTunes, which started out only having songs that were playable on Apple devices, quickly switched to just MP3s. So then you're stuck with an MP3 player full of 1,000 songs. Then streaming came along and it's like, well, you don't need to fill up your space, and almost all the songs that you want are on here already. So I'm pro streaming music.
Yeah, and I mean there is a way to, like, once again burn your CDs to your own system so you can stream music wherever you are in the world. That can happen too. So, you know, there's that caveat. But once again, like, I'm with Jeff. Like, streaming music is great because you can find new stuff with, you know, with Spotify, and you can also hear like weird remixes and things that people have made on there too. So like there's that as well. So I like that aspect of it more.
Oh hell yeah, dude. And this is not a commercial because believe me, I would not promote YouTube anything, but YouTube Music is a pretty legit, that's the streaming service I think is good because it's got so much shit on it that's like not real music. What I mean is, like, they have to have a license on Spotify for everything they put on.
Yeah, that's true.
YouTube Music does not. I can upload random shit to the YouTube channel and it'll show up on YouTube Music. So,
oh, nice.
That's kind of why I like it because it's like, hey, this random obscure version of like, here's an instrumental of the Rocks theme that cuts out one word, but you know what? Here it is anyway.
By the way, I did find on my desk here, I have a sealed copy of Crazy Town
Oh God,
that on cassette.
Yikes!
That is hilarious.
Because I think I drunkenly bought it when Pete was like taunting me on it, and I got it off eBay. So I doubt this is worth a lot of money.
That tape is your butterfly, your sugar, your baby.
We on YouTube Music, and I don't mean just like our podcast, like videos that feature us from Channel Dad Brian Lape are on YouTube Music.
Oh, Channel Dad Brian Lape. He's still anus.
He is the most anus of all time. Love him though.
Yep.
Okay, let me make sure we're gonna read our last one in a second. So we got the Hasbro lawsuit. We got all the wrestling related ones. We did the Ducks, Taco Burrito, Taco Flavored Kisses, LeBron James, Darien 2-on-7, Royal Rumble eliminations, Patriots. Yeah, I think we're on the final one from our friend Shrebbles08, who had a request. I wanted to make sure Dion was well fed and well read. Well, he was already well read, but well fed, because we do have the site extraordinaire has to be called, but then I have to answer a question which a lot of people have been waiting for, and I have the right answer you're all wanting to hear. So let me call up the number. What is it? 555-6969, and you will find Mr. Cleo, psychic extraordinaire. Shrebbles08 asked Mr. Cleo, what is the purpose of 2010 A Space Odyssey? Look on your face right now, dude.
Oh, calm me now. You did. Because you believe in one thing in the cats, and the cats don't lie. Bomba 2010 A Space Odyssey. What's the meaning? We look in the cats, and the cats say one thing. Only one thing makes the sense. We get the cat of the golden coin, because the golden coin makes sequels all coin. Have a mercy. And will Jeff ever make the P.O. box? When it comes to the P.O. box, you can only trust in one thing. And that thing that you can trust in is the cats. And the cats don't lie. Bomba. And the cat we get when it comes to the P.O. box is the sands of time. The P.O. box will be here in time. Have a mercy.
These are the wise words of Mr. Cleo. Now, to answer your question, though, I did look into filing the paperwork this week. I had the stuff pulled up. I know exactly the P.O. box we're getting. So we will have a P.O. box in February. We will have that for you guys to send us stuff. We keep everything you've ever sent. I don't sell it. I don't give it away. It stays in the collection no matter what. I have a box of Jones sodas. You guys made us custom pops. Why drink them? You made them custom for us, so we saved them. Same thing with all the toys, all the everything. Like, you guys remember that guy Frank Rivet that used to listen to us?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He sent me boxes and boxes of toys. And then there was one listener that sent me boxes of used DVDs, and some of them were porn. And I put them in a box and never looked at it, because I was like, that's kind of weird.
Nick. Why'd you do that?
I was bored. Shut up, Kendo.
Nick has better taste. He wouldn't have sent this random shit. But anyway, with the P.O. box coming back, folks, all I'm going to ask is please don't send us porn this time.
Yeah.
All you're going to get is porn now, Jeff. All you're going to get is porn now.
If it's like vintage Playboys or something, that's kind of cool. There's some
that is
value.
That's different. But
Dude,
I don't want like
was
some random DVD.
Yeah, we don't need to see, Boner Jams 99.
03 is the rare vintage year, which we will accept. So if you can get us an autographed copy of Boner Jams 03 from Paul Rudd.
Yeah, that's different, especially if it's autographed.
Hey, if we ever meet Paul Rudd as a group, and you know how he's really friendly, we should all just say, man, we loved you in Boner Jams 03, and see if he like fucking laughs with us.
What?
He would. Then,
I'm sure you would.
Dude, I will be like, look, come talk to us. We'll talk football.
Yeah, we'll talk numbers.
Dude, I was at some event in December where like there was a VHS swapper, they were selling them or whatever. A guy had a full box of old like 90s porn VHS tapes.
Did he have Super Hornio Brothers?
There was no Super Hornio Brothers because
Damn
fucking
it.
Nintendo owns that shit.
There is a few copies out there in the wild, Nick. I saw one on eBay recently.
Yeah, I'm sure it was PSA 9.8.
No, it was 9.9.
If you can get Mr. Peepers Volume 6 Rolling and Reaming, I would personally be interested in that one for one reason only.
Well, I talked to this guy. I was like, "Oh, dude, you have a bunch of VHS porn." He's like, "Oh, you should see my garage." He showed me a picture of his garage. It's like floor to ceiling. One section of it is just like VHS porn. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Has he watched it all? Or is it
I didn't ask that. I didn't want to know the answer to that.
Inquiring minds want to know.
But like he's like, "Hey man, if you ever want to buy my collection, I'll let it go for a price." I'm like, "Good for you."
Well, it is what it is, man. There's lots of porn out there in the world that we're not going to watch or bring to the audience. That's just not how we do things. Our friend Layden Swallow 9 says, "Fat asses and a #1 button, please and thanks." Sure. Let's give you some buttons right here. So, you want some Scott Steiner? We'll give you some Scott Steiner. I just haven't been in this tab in so long that I forgot. And I better not run lickety split because I got a fat ass. I can't click on. I don't know what the fuck I'm even talking about.
What are you doing? What are you doing right now, Jeff?
You know what? Fuck it. Press this button. That's what I'm doing, man. Fuck, where is Scott Steiner? Well, I guess we'll find him in a minute.
Steiner?
Yeah, the fat asses button.
Isn't he in Georgia somewhere?
Maybe. Ackworth, Georgia, right?
Ackworth.
It was. They closed that one.
Oh, well. There's always next time. Here it is, right here.
Rick and Scott Steiner, let me welcome you back.
Oh, Team 3D, you guys are out of your mind. Coming to Atlanta, Georgia, the place that the Steiner brothers got their start in professional wrestling. You guys are out of your mind, making it a table match, because tonight we're going to beat you at your own game. And after it's all said and done, you're going to be taking splinters out of your fat asses all night long because you got some fat asses. The only chance you have no chance, but you had a chance, is if you can run lickety split. Because you can't run because you got some fat asses. And after it's done, we're going to have a tailgate party for all my freaks out there in Atlanta, Georgia. You want?
Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Layden Swallow. And here is button #1 right now.
Russia trying to attack us.
Never gets old.
We're going to be okay.
That shit ain't working over in Moscow, bro.
Nothing's working over there.
And it never will again.
Mm-mm.
So, folks, thank you for watching. We'll be back next week with more. I should have a video, depending on my sleep schedule, for tomorrow about what was it, Nick? The Klingons. The polyamorous refugee Klingons, folks. That is a real article.
I can't get over that. I fucking can't get over that. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm gonna have fun with this bastard in the morning.
The non-binary polyamorous Klingons. Like, what the fuck are you doing, Paramount?
He's gay and he cries too. Like, that's the thing on the internet people are talking about. They sent me pictures like, yeah, Klingons aren't supposed to cry. According to Spock, they don't have tear ducts.
They don't. No, that's one of the jokes he said in one of the fucking movies. I think it was one of the last ones where they tried to like kill the Klingon higher ups or something. I forget. Yeah, they don't have tear ducts. They're a warrior race. Like, this is all in the movies and in the shows. Like, oh god.
Well, folks, we're gonna leave you with a video representation of the new Star Trek series in a minute. Is there anything else you guys want to say?
For yayo.
All right. So from all of us here at WCBS, thank you for watching. Be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other.
.combo.
Did you see that guy accidentally hit that moose with his car?
No.
Holy shit. Jamie, pull that video up.